I don't know exact weird sport.
And we are live. Hello.
Greetings.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to the mines, or what is soon to be some mines, because these fools have been sentenced to anything from 3.5 years to 10 years in the Blue Demon mines. 3.5 months. Sorry.
Don't worry, we blame Storm.
This
is 100% your fault.
You got an extended
sentence
because of you.
Yeah, 5 years, 7.5. It doesn't make any difference. I'm probably dead after 3.
You're probably dead after 1 month.
Shut up.
Either way, let's get right into the recap.
Let's get frisky.
So, last session, what happened was that you were initially brought to these sort of containment cells where you were made to sit and think about what you had done. Clarice visited the Storm cell, gave him a bit of a beating, used some magic to prevent him from moving. She also told you that she could kill you, but would rather see you lose everything. And that even though she hates you and wants you dead, she doesn't like killing her own soldiers. And so she hopes that you die some other way so that she doesn't have to kill you herself.
She cares.
Edgar Schwartz, also known as the Tormentor, then interrogated Jaxson and Dara. Jaxson, of course, unintentionally kind of snitched out the Florp/Sting penis, so that the Tormentor made Dara suffer and killed him. He also collected your blood in 2 small vials for an unknown reason. And after burning through several spell slots, the next day he continued by revisiting Jaxson and visiting Storm.
Didn't have to burn the semen straps.
Yep. You were then taken later on that day to the council building, where you were put before King Grimwald and Ledger de la Nuit and Courtland Van Ryzen, that acted as a tribunal of sorts. Jaxson, you also spotted Clarice in the room and instantly snitched her out, which made her disappear. The Tormentor then kind of presented the group with some evidence and the confession of Storm. There were a lot of discussions and accusations that were thrown back and forth. The group of you kind of decided to try to shift some blame over to de la Nuit and the king himself even.
Yeah, we should have just focused on de la Nuit.
Which kind of aggravated half of the council right there. And of course, Storm also managed to disrespect the... well, not only Storm technically. I think all of you disrespected the kind of system at some point. I don't know if you did, but
I'm pretty
have a
sure I
feeling
just...
that to some degree you kind of spoke when you weren't supposed to speak or something.
He whispered a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, Courtland Van Ryzen just wasn't a fan of how misbehaved.
Oh, you're right. He whispered, and then they said, no whispering out loud, and he decided to say it out loud.
Clarice is up there! So, after a bunch of raised voices and, negotiations, accusations, etc., Storm was sentenced to 10 years in the mines, Dara to 7.5 years, which was increased from 5 years for encouraging and inciting terrorism, and Jaxson was sentenced to 3.5 months, which was reduced from the initial 7 months, as he was discovered to not having had any direct part in the murder, but rather just what would you call that? Like a passive part of it. Someone who just partook by not interrupting, rather.
Or you're sending you there for shits and giggles.
Well, no, he still committed a crime, just not a
Yeah, but
crime.
it's a lot of shits and giggles with this guy.
Whatever you want to call it. And so you were sent the following day to Bluedale, escorted by a small group of Knighthood Brigade soldiers. Storm, using a sleight of hand, managed to pickpocket Major Neidhart and steal his pearl. A pearl believed to grant some form of invisibility to its user. You were then locked in the carriage all the way until you arrived in Bluedale. There were some discussions of how you handled certain things while in the carriage. Discussions that weren't anything but pleasant. But enough about that. When you kind of approach the city, you can see it off in the distance, and suddenly this strange troll-like creature attacked your little caravan. This troll also had blue crystals protruding from its back that, upon its death, shattered into tiny little shards that cut the soldiers that tried to dispatch them. But most of the soldiers that escorted you got away relatively scot-free, and you arrived in the city, where you were handed over to Warden Nikolai Jerniak, this former Null Magus, who also explained some of the rules to you, among which behaving well is rewarded with 1 day of leave after work, where you can go to the city or do something, obviously under supervision.
Go to the city, fog.
Well, it's a supervised leave, so
We go to weapon
the
store.
warden follows you wherever you go.
Yeah.
And controls what you do.
We go to
Back
weapon
there.
store, take a weapon and kill the warden.
You
Probably not
also
level 20, you know.
you were also found to, or you were also told that you may buy your freedom, so to speak, by being good, efficient workers. And last time I said 100,000 gold, but I did some more proper maths and I realized that it should be about 20,000 gold per year.
Oh.
Which is still a lot,
So
but
it would be 200,000 gold for you. It would be what,
less for me.
150,000.
More 175,000 around there.
Well, it should be 150,000.
7.5 years.
Yeah, it should be.
Times 2, that's 15. Times 10,000 is 150, and for you it's only like 5,000. So that you could have basically paid that out of your pocket if you were allowed to. Either way, you were then taken to a small house in the kind of poor district of the city, in the lowlands, where the Null Mages unlocked the door and you were greeted by a relatively cheerful dwarven fellow. And that is where we left off last week. So,
Just for a very random, weird question. Does my clothes have fleas on it? You know, that material. Just-
well, I know what you are asking it for because I know that it's a spell component.
Yep.
I gotta check the exact because
I know it's a very random and weird question, but you know, it was a very random and weird
what would you
spell.
consider that material back in the day? Because nowadays we have the kind of recycled bottle fleece, you know.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because it just says a bit of fleece, and I don't know how medieval
Woolen
fleece.
coat. Woolen coat, so it would be wool basically.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't be wearing wool. It's relatively warm outside, and besides, you're basically just wearing rags to change the material of the. Well,
So what you're
wool
saying
and
is
sack.
I need to shiv a sheep. Got it.
Sure. If that's what you want to do, then fine.
Look what the GM has made me.
Anyway, you are taken into this house. As you step inside, you hear the warden shut the door and lock it behind you. This dwarven fellow that you
Let's kill him.
were kind of greeted by.
What the fuck?
I don't see the reason why you would want to kill him. But, if that's what you do, then that's
It's
what
like
you do, I
it's a
guess.
dwarf.
Fucking shorty.
Well, we're in here for a reason. Might as well go and do it.
Now, excuse me while my computer decides to lag. Right. He looks like he is probably a hill dwarf. The storm you struggle to see because it's only like a weak candlelight in here, so it's quite dark. But he has like this big toothy smile, kind of a short trimmed brownish beard, short for a dwarf, which is still long for any non-dwarf, and quite short hair as well. Looks like he's on the younger side of things, but dwarves are a bit difficult to tell the age of because they all kind of look relatively old from even a young age. Like he has the kind of crow's feet, a few other wrinkles. But he looks like a quite kind fellow, like nice gray eyes and all. But he looks at all of you. So, you are the ones that are going to work with us then. Welcome. My name is Brig Buckcutter. What are your names?
Captain Storm, Bachelor.
Oi, Captain. Makes you wonder how a captain ended up in a place like that. How about you?
Sir Gillstar.
We got another noble on our hands. I'm sure you'll love the lamp. He's asleep right now over there. You might be able to tell. And what about you?
Dara.
Dara. Okay. No last name there. Welcome. As you can tell, some of the others are asleep, but I suppose you would like your bed places. Well, we have some bed rolls over there. You can just put them anywhere on the floor. Make yourselves at home.
Great.
I know that face. Len had the same exact reaction when he was first brought near. Even had the audacity to demand a bed. Now, you know, I haven't seen a bed since.
Do you work here or?
Yeah, of course. I'm a fellow miner.
How
Are you
did
a?
get sentenced for?
Yeah.
I was sentenced to a year.
No, why?
Oh, why? Well, I did some illegal hunting of rare species that were not meant to be killed, and
What species?
well, there was some sort of buck, which is why I'm now called Buckcutter. Also, I stole several horses, and just I've been causing some trouble at times in general. But hey, I'm a dwarf. I thrive in the mines. Could be worse.
I suppose.
Yeah, 10 years.
Well, I meant the punishment could be worse. Could be restless in a cell.
Yeah, that would be worse. Probably.
Yeah.
At least here we have a chance to do something.
To do what?
Mine.
Mine.
Well, either earn our freedom, or we could just, well, find out other ways of entertaining ourselves.
Have anyone escaped?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, it's just a myth that nobody ever escapes. It's possible, albeit rare.
How?
Well, what do I know? Does it look like I've escaped?
No, we might
It's the
need
myths
someone.
how they did it, eh?
I suppose, but we should probably get more into that tomorrow. It's getting late after all.
Can't you just open the door and leave?
Oh no, it's
Storm,
locked.
it's open.
We're locked in here.
It's open on the other side.
It's locked.
Hey, you can hear it. The
Yeah.
warden locked it.
I can just lock it.
Well, with what? Besides, I don't think you can even access the lock from the inside.
You can? Yeah, I should.
Ah!
Fuck.
This is basically our prison cell. Luckily for us, we get about 12 hours outside it when we're going to and fro the mines.
Lock it in.
But it's not that bad. I mean, we have a roof over our heads. It's somewhat warm. We sleep for about 8 hours anyway, so we'll have to spend about 4 hours here in a state of being awake. Not even that, it takes some time to travel.
What can the
Yeah.
warden do?
No, he's
With you.
he can do all kinds of things. Whipping.
But,
is
okay,
definitely
we
one of
say-
the things.
Oh, I'm good. I get to go to the river with his ass. And then I run.
I mean, he's quite a fast runner. I'm not gonna lie. Seen him run down most fellas. But the problem is more that he's an excellent tracker. He's great at finding people that run away. It's kind of his thing.
What does his
Besides-
armor do?
Oh, his armor doesn't really do anything. As far as I'm aware, it's
He's just a known mage.
What does
chainmail.
that do?
Most like
He's
fucks
like
her
he's
up.
like a anti-mage.
So
So he can't.
he fucks sorcerers up and wizards. and
He's
stuff.
trained to kill wizards.
So we are
sorcerers.
wizards.
But wait, so he just can't kill a wizard better.
Yeah.
Because you
Basically.
can't do anything
I mean,
against
the
him.
null magi are tremendous warriors. They were just specialized in hunting and killing mages.
You can still
Like
beat your
mage
ass.
slayers if you wanted.
You know, back in the days of the Arcanum, we had probably mages in the hundreds of thousands. Now there are only a handful left.
But does the armor do anything against you if you do a spell? But
I've never met one of them.
dwarf?
Well, don't ask me. We can make a history check.
10.
From what you know, it's more their training that does things, but who knows, maybe their armor is magical as well.
I don't know.
The general thing I know is that if you're a mage, you should never be in the near proximity of a null mage.
That is true, that's true. So, you're a mage then?
Yes.
That right? Oh, well, I wouldn't try anything with that man then. I mean, the warden isn't that bad. He's a decent man. For a warden, of course.
How does the mines look if we walk out to this cell?
Oh, well, currently we are mining in Mount Maeve. So that would be to the east, the mountain to the east. We head up, not quite to the height of the city itself, but we'll go part way up, and it's the tunnels that branch out through the mountain.
So there's nothing to keep us from running except the word.
Well, of course, it's the city guard, no. I should point out that if you are caught trying to escape, you will be branded.
What does that mean?
They take a hot iron,
Yep.
and they plant it on your face, and then now you're permanently marked so that anyone who sees you will know that you've escaped the mines. Of course, if anyone helps or even so much as talks to you, they will also be sent to the mines if they are caught.
Lovely. So don't fail.
So don't get caught. You said.
Aye. Of course, you will also be beaten nearly to death, along with the branding itself. Most people don't survive getting caught trying to escape. But if you're good, then, well, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still cast spells?
4 of them.
Which ones?
None which will help us escape.
What the fuck?
But can you?
No,
We can
there-
try if the armor does anything against the
Well,
spells.
I can, but you need to give me. Which spell do you want to use?
Whatever to
I
try to see if the armor does anything.
Oh. So you mean
I'm
she
not
should cast
gonna-
a spell on him?
I'm not gonna attack the guard. I'm not that stupid.
Now, of
I
course.
mean, like,
What do you want me to
All
do?
I know about Null Magi is that spells should not be used against them or even near them. I've had-
Even near them. What happens if it's near them?
Well, they can
shoot back.
do things with it.
Do
I don't know. I've heard things. I've heard the rumors of the day that Arcanum fell, how they would grab the mages as fireballs and launch them back at them, and all kinds of things akin to that. There was a dwarven mage at the high table at the time it fell. Flame Talon, I believe his name was completely incinerated by his own magic.
Yeah.
And he was one of the
I-
most capable mages in the entire world.
Yeah.
I was proud of having a mage on the high table back then.
Yeah, let's not try magic. But either way, I have only 4 spells I can cast unless you give me a few things.
Okay, so how do we escape?
Well, I
You don't
mean,
happen
we
to
don't
have any
have
bird
to
feathers?
escape.
You don't have to. I have to.
You don't happen to have any bird feathers?
I'm sorry to cut this short, but we're gonna have to wake up in less than 8 hours to
Okay,
get to the
let's
main.
go.
So we should probably go to bed. It seems like Abijah is still awake if you want to say hi to him. Otherwise, I'm off to bed.
Abijah was who? The noble.
I don't
No.
know who.
He's-
Oh.
he's-
Who is Abijah?
He points towards
An
one of the corners.
I really
It's
need
not an Aarakocra.
Fuck.
Damn it, I really need a feather.
A king.
You see a human man,
Oh, fuck him.
I
Bruh.
polymorph him into-
probably around his late 60s. He has this very long, dark gray hair and beard, both of which have been braided and very well kept for a miner. He has very dark skin, but pale blue eyes. And you see he's completely like bare-chested, and you see that he is covered in scars across his arms, chest, and back, from the way he's sitting kind of angled towards one of the small cracks in the barricaded windows, just looking out with a smile on his lips. He does seem to have kind of like old man strength. You know, I mean, old men always have some strange power of where they get their strength from. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But he definitely looks like he has a lot of that. And as Breed mentions his name, he kind of looks over towards you, smiles and nods.
Let's go to sleep.
Good day, young one.
I'm not sure I am considered young anymore.
What about all these scars, eh?
Whips.
Well, you eventually get quite a lot of scars when you spend 4 decades in the mines.
What did you get sentenced for?
Oh, nothing. I came here of my own free will.
And you still get whipped.
This is not whipping. This is damages from
Stones.
from the rocks. Yes. It is hard labor, and I am lucky to have lived so long.
You wouldn't fuck over us if we tried to escape, eh?
Have you seen anyone escape?
Of course.
How?
I have been here longer than anyone else. I have seen some rise from the mines, more powerful than they were when they came here.
How?
Well, The mines hold many secrets.
But
And
you
it
haven't
is
gotten
a
any power.
general. I have learned what I came here to learn.
What
Have you
did you
seen
want
the
to learn?
powers?
I've seen people who were granted powers, yes. Most recently would be the king himself.
He doesn't have any fucking powers. He's weak.
I
He looks
mean,
like-
mistaken.
How do you see the power in the king?
I know the powers that reside within these mountains. I saw him both before and after he got them.
Does
He
the
doesn't.
warden have any powers, eh?
No, not of these kind, no. The powers are only given to those destined to achieve great things. Whether it be
Storm, you're not the one.
We're going to the mines!
whether it be great good or great evil.
Let's become villains.
we
Or
we can,
heroes.
but they might give us good powers, then we become good instead. eh?
No,
I
the
do
powers are for you to do it as you
Oh.
please.
I mean, you could become like a good
Anti,
But we are a kind of anti-heroes. already.
but
A little bit south of that.
Many of the greatest heroes and villains of this world started their journeys in these mines.
And why? What did you
a villain.
want?
Tell me from a villain.
Villains. You can go through history and find great thieves, murderers, warlords, all that began here in these mountains. It is a place where you have the first part of your destiny fulfilled.
How does the powers? Is there a thing they get, or is there just in their body they get powers? Poof!
Who am I to tell you?
He has not gotten it.
You must find the powers yourself, if that is what you are destined to do.
We are destined for some powers. I'm not
Let's go
mistaken
to
here.
sleep.
Yeah, sleep tight. What was your name?
Abja.
Abja. I love that
Where are you
accent,
from?
by the way.
I am from the lands far to the east.
Do you mean like?
Beyond what you call the Dawn world.
Humans.
Yes, humans. Does it surprise you?
Out of character, is Dawnworld still the lizard shit?
No, everything like that would be Jaxson, right? Jaxson Empire.
We don't.
Like
Yeah, exactly. What
the Dawn world ends with like the map covers the
is
Dawn
Dawnworld
world.
exactly?
But then the people in the Dawn world also call the entire world the Dawn world, so it's like a
Is there still things to
Yeah.
the right there?
that's a wasteland. But you know,
But
like
beyond the
you've
wasteland.
seen one person before that came
Sure.
from those lands, and that would be Jeddah Dowden, the architect of
Wow.
the palace in Lizardfolk. And occasionally you'll hear things that some group of merchants manage to cross the wastelands, bringing these fantastic, strange items with them, these foreign materials and foods and all that.
Are you here to gain powers?
No, I came here because of what I believe in.
What do you believe in?
I cannot tell you that, child.
You like the king? Why you
No,
like
no,
the king?
no. I told you, I have been here in these mines for 4 decades.
Oh, you saw? You worked with him.
Oh, I was here decades before him. He is not even old enough to be born when I came here. No, I sought out the mines for what's to be learned from them.
What have you learned?
I learned what I came here to learn.
Let's learn some stuff, eh?
Okay.
Then, if it doesn't work, we wait like maybe some days and then we head out.
Okay.
As tempting as the power of destiny sounds, I'm pretty sure I'd rather want to leave her alive.
So, what's your plan?
Well,
A bird feather.
that one is one of the things.
Great. What can you do with a bird feather? Invisibility?
No fly.
But that's only for one person.
Let's
So
see.
no bird chick because she will only rescue herself.
No, you. Oh.
Invisibility, huh? 2 people, right?
Yeah, that one is a little
She
bit.
can rescue herself. I can rescue myself.
What?
Then you can rescue yourself.
Yeah,
I have.
the invisibility is a little bit problematic.
Why?
I need an eyelash encased in gum arabic.
What?
Gum arabic.
What the fuck is a gum Arabic? We have eyelash, or you two have.
I'm not gonna pluck my own eyelash. And
It's only one eyelash.
These
not like-
girls, Jesus.
Literally a reusable eyelash. Nah, fam, I ain't plucking one of them.
What is a gum Arabic, eh?
well, it's sort of a. How would I describe it? It's sort of a.
If we get to
Think
leave,
of it as,
we can buy one.
Oh wait, so think of it as like a honey cake of different. Well, plants usually. It's sort of similar.
Just grab some plants to the mines.
That's not really how it
Uh,
works, and
well-
I can't make gum arabic.
Let's not.
You have to buy it.
Yeah, either that or you try to make me like a staff or something.
Or
for the best.
We just find
Damn.
a blue Dale sapphire, and we're out.
But that's destiny. We find the sapphire, it's destiny, right?
All things connect to your destiny.
That's bullshit.
I'm destined for greatness, so this will only be good for me.
You may believe what you want. I
Is this
believe
the
what
destiny? That we are here.
Yes. Destiny brought you to cross my path. And destiny will determine if you are worthy.
Storm, didn't you believe in destiny before when we talked about the concept of gods? When you said gods are a myth.
But we have to sleep.
Somewhat.
I believe.
Oh, you only believe in destiny
I
when it...
don't think destiny wanted me to touch this table.
Destiny in the background. Finally.
Oh.
You finally tapped the tape.
Okay, sleep tight.
Yes.
See you tomorrow, eh? I put my bedroll back.
Yeah.
Yeah, do I have any bones here?
You want bones.
Yes,
Bones exist within all our bodies.
but bones that someone died here.
No, bodies are taken care of.
But if someone dies in the mine,
Sleep tight.
weapons.
Alright.
Nice.
So do you all go to sleep
Yep.
then?
Yes.
Y'all go to sleep.
It's a bit difficult. I mean, it's quite early,
But-
but most of you are quite exhausted anyway, so it works.
I'm used to
Um,
sleeping on fucking
4
floors,
hours.
so.
Woohoo.
Well, it's more that it's just like 8
Oh
o'clock,
yeah.
so
Then,
it's usually you guys tend to stay up
Later.
quite late.
Yeah, especially Jaxson.
Well, you get some sleep. Eventually, you one after another. Well, you would already be awake by then, since you only rest for 4 hours.
Trans.
But
Transient.
Yeah,
later on, both of you are awoken by a light kick. And you hear, "Alright, time to get up! The warden is gonna come here soon! So, come on! Don't make me kick you again! Next time I'll aim for the balls!"
Holy fuck.
They have scales on them.
Good morning, do you?
Good morning.
See that you must have slept real well.
Oh no.
I think it's time for you to be introduced to the rest of us. Now I heard that you were talking to Abja over there, so that's amazing that you got a chance to say hi to him last night. Of course, we also have Liv of Branderhawk, or whatever you want it to be called. You see he gestures towards this half-elven male. Human male. Probably about his mid-20s or so. Has this quite prominent hawkish nose, squinting eyes that kind of look you all up and down in a very judgy way.
That's the way we like it.
Just has his arms crossed, kind of leans back a bit and looks at all of you. Now this is the fellow nobleman I talked about, Mr. Gillstar, Mr. Branderhawk. You'll probably be great friends or great rivals. Now, the last of this little company is Jez. Now, Jez, we call her the False, or well, we don't, but she's called that, so I suppose we do too. And he gestures towards a half-elven girl, probably her like late teens, early 20s-ish. Looks kind of starved, not really in great shape, just
She's about to die.
No, she's about to find her destiny.
She looks like she has had a rough time. Like her eyes are kind of completely zoned out, just distant. Has kind of like she's relatively tall but extremely thin.
Dara in a few weeks.
Not that tall, not over 6 feet, but like 5'10" maybe. Yeah, she has this kind of blank stare. Even when she looks towards you, it feels more like she's looking behind you than actually at you.
Someone didn't get too much sleep, eh?
kind of pale, pretty short blonde hair, just looks traumatized, I guess. Now, she doesn't really speak. Don't know if she can. Although, at the same time, she is here because, she spoke false prophecies, as they say.
Spoke.
Well, yeah. She has said some things since, but she doesn't seem to be able to speak when she doesn't.
And you know her name.
Well, yes, she was introduced as Jess by the warden. I mean, she hasn't said her own name.
Great. I haven't even said yes.
Well, we have some time before the warden comes.
Great.
So,
I introduce myself to everyone except yes. Or I don't take hand with yes, I just introduce myself.
don't need to worry, she won't bite you.
Nice.
I suppose I introduced myself in Southern Common but to her because half-elf.
I mean, like 40% of Belleran's population is half-elf.
No!
I know, but she doesn't speak to anyone in Northern Common, so, try another language.
She doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that's his Elvish Southern Common.
Well, then I know it as well.
I know Undercommon as well, but I don't think she speaks it.
I thought Northern Common.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't look half Drow, so that would be very unlikely.
I greet everyone with Northern Common.
Yeah, the one called Leb, the noble, and he kind of looks at you. Well, supposedly you are some sort of noble, is that correct?
Indeed.
So why are you here then?
They think I had something to do with killing another noble.
And would they be wrong?
I didn't help, but I knew about it. But that guy had coming for him.
Oh, did he now? Alright.
Well, why are you in here?
Well, I decided to use my wealth to hire a bunch of lowlives, and I went out to the roads and became a highwayman. Now my men were all hanged, whereas I was sentenced here.
For how long?
15 years.
I only have 3.5 months.
You think that is a way of bragging around here?
Yes,
A low sentence, pathetic.
because I will be out here in no time.
So will I.
Are you going to escape?
Of course, I'm not staying here.
You know, my friends want to escape as well.
Good luck.
I mean, the more the merrier.
Oh, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why some of my hidden men are going to come here any day and get me out of here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We were quite a powerful group.
Wonderful. You know, you can always help us out, you know.
Well, you only have 3.5 months. so
I mean, the Storm got 10 years.
I'm sure you will be fine.
7.5 years.
No, you don't look nearly as useful as what I would recruit. I think you can stay here. Oh, that just kind of ignores you.
Rivals.
Yeah, because that's 3 months.
Oh,
When the two of you introduce yourselves to him, he just kind of scoffs and just
Ah,
doesn't really give you any attention.
I see. It's the amount of prison time that earns you respect. Got it.
he didn't give you anything.
Yeah, but you're like there, I'm there,
He
he's
talked-
there.
So anyway, it should be about 4 a.m. soon, which means that the warden is probably going to come anytime. Now, well, is there anything I can answer for you? Do you have any questions? Anything? No?
No.
Where
I don't
do we
think
get our mining gear?
You'll probably, well, I would guess the warden is gonna bring some clothes for you, and then the mining equipment, that is the pickaxes and all that, you'll probably be given that once you get to the actual mines. It's not really, I don't think the warden wants to head all the way over there to get you some pickaxes, bring them back here only for you to bring them to the mines. A bit of an
How
inefficient
far
route.
is it to the mines?
Well, depends on where we are stationed for the day, but we're on Meave at the moment, so, well, maybe a half an hour of walking.
Is there creatures in the mines
Oh yes, of course.
that kill you?
Yes.
That
I will kill them before they kill me.
likes you?
Definitely not.
That
If you're lucky, maybe you encounter some little cave place where there is a bat or two that won't necessarily try to kill you. Unless they have the blue crystals in them, then they'll probably try to bite you.
haven't one tried to escape by digging themselves out?
I don't think you understand how a mind works.
Digging your way. How fast do you think miner can mine?
Fast.
No, we can make a few feet progress in a day, you know.
Nice.
That's not really going to get you out of the mountain, if that's what you're getting at. Besides, the warden frequently patrols the mines.
Oh,
Fuck. Now gotta brainstorm some ideas.
Well, just be careful. Don't want to end up like the last ones, you know.
what
Last
happened with
ones.
Well, they died. And that's why you're here, sharing a house with us. Oh, well, the caves collapsed on them. I was right there, saw them get crushed. I was lucky. I was in a tunnel just a little bit to the left. But when I walked out, I saw some arms stick out of the rubble. Stick in what I think is one of their brains. It must have shot out like an egg. You know, when you crack an egg and it just goes flying a bit. Yeah, that was kind of what I envisioned that must have been like.
Cat food.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as it sounds, though. Not usually, anyway.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been here for a few weeks now.
How long have they been there?
I think the Laronian Luigi, I think his name was, he only made it 3 days. The other ones, they were Thromerans, Dankmar and Tilda, I think was what their names. Convicted of murder or something like that. They made it a few weeks, I think.
How long has Yes been here?
That would be maybe a week.
How long has Scarred Man been here?
Ooh,
40 years.
Abra.
Abja,
Is it-
exactly.
Well, he says about 40 years.
And a noble.
Damn.
Well, he would hear now how you know, I can't speak for myself. You don't have to ask about me when I'm in the room.
Well, how long have you been here?
Soon a month. 3.5 weeks.
What's his problem?
What is your problem?
There's a lot of problems.
Your
with it.
face, maybe?
Another racist, of course.
Oh, you don't have to be
No,
racist
it's
to
a
find you
scar.
disgusting looking.
So it's a scar in the face.
Look at yourself. Seriously.
I can't look at myself. We don't have any mirrors.
Well, let me look for you. You are one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Are you allowed to kill
Those-
people in here?
Oh, you aren't. You'll get whipped.
I think he will take that deal.
Right. The warden will practically kill you.
I don't think you want to be whipped.
Besides, if you kill someone here, you will
He
only have your
insults people
sentence
here.
prolonged. Insult. Of course you can insult people. What do you think I'm doing right now? I'm telling you exactly what you look like, which is an insult in and of itself.
What?
Your face is an insult to my eyes.
Sticks and stones.
What is that supposed to mean?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but your insults does nothing.
We'll see when I catch you crying tonight.
Crying for what? Insults. If I would cry, it's probably because I'm sentenced 10 years in this hellhole, eh?
10 years? Oh, that's nothing. I was given 15.
You know, he's
I think I'd cry for that.
but he's
Yes.
escaping, so
Of course I am.
Well, that I'm also doing, so.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
But I thought you were escaping. Do I have to escape first?
Oh no, I'll probably escape first, but I will probably hear about it as well.
Ah. Perfect.
what is your so-called group? What is your group called? Your highwaymen. Do you have like a group name or something?
Well, of course. It's
Mhm.
the Branderhawks, named after myself.
Of course.
Anything else would be a shame. A name so glorious as my own.
Where are you from?
I'm from Holland. What was that about?
Why did you squeeze?
Elf, speak.
Oh, nothing. I just got a fly in my mouth. They happen to be around.
She's little
And you are also noble. Where are you from?
Tremara.
Oh, Tremara. My family is originally from Tremara.
Oh, lovely.
Where in Tremara?
Northport.
Oh, that's a bit of a junk hole, isn't it?
Or
Excuse me? Where are your parents or family from in Tremara?
Elderthal. The capital. One of the greatest cities in the Dawn world.
I can agree about that, but the nobles, they are quite stupid.
Northport, what are they known for? Smuggling? Being the most criminal place in all of Tremara. One of the most slave-populated cities as well.
Well, we use a lot of slaves.
Yes, but half the population is filth.
Mm-hmm. At least I'm not filth.
I'm not so sure about that. Look at yourself. What are you? You're certainly not human.
I'm an Aasimar.
A what?
Aasimar.
And that is?
A celestial being.
Celestial, you!
Well, not anymore, but I was.
No, I don't believe that for a second. You're probably some lesser-known Titan-born garbage.
Huh?
Not even tall, either.
You know, we should kill him in the mines.
we'll get whipped. We can
No,
do that
yeah.
after the mines.
Without the warden knowing.
Let me guess, you're the mix of a dwarf and a Goliath,
Not even close.
resulting in some subpar thing.
That's actually what I thought first.
I'm a
not
lover
gonna-
of clay.
I mean, you're trying to explain your
Shut the fuck up,
complexion.
Drow.
No!
Drow Goliath.
Oh, you are a Goliath. I just took you for an elf. A hideous one, of course.
Of course.
So you are slave-blooded, then.
Oh,
What a group of filth. Wow. I am amazed. I knew this place was a place for scum, but you certainly take the prize.
of course. Captain Storm at your service.
Captain.
Indeed.
No, you're not a captain.
Exception.
No, you're not a noble.
He's quite posh.
You don't think I'm a noble? You've never heard of the Branderhawks?
No.
18. No.
I want to roll it. Just
Never even heard of you guys.
yeah, I don't think
What were you?
Mm-hmm.
Your name, what was it?
Gillstar.
I can even remember it.
Well, if you knew anything about Arcanum, you would know our
one
family.
Mage families. The ones that were only given an ability because of some sort of mage connections.
We are the greatest necromancy
You
family.
bribed and threatened your way to nobility then.
No.
You abused the power of an international corporation, essentially, to force your way into the upper rank.
You
I
both
didn't do that.
was born rich. So shut the fuck up now, kids, and stop talking.
And you were born a nobody, and will die a nobody.
No, I was born.
A nobody.
What, a captain? Hmm?
No, I wasn't born a capital, of course. Though.
Now you will die, Captain.
No.
You'll die a nobody, a miner, a laborer.
Of quite.
You will die as
And what will you die as?
As a
Discern
nobleman and an infamous highwayman.
Well, if you're infamous, you need to be known, and you're not known.
I am definitely known. Just that you bunch are too insolent to understand what I've done.
What's your greatest achievement?
Oh yeah, good question.
Where do I begin?
With your greatest achievement?
I robbed a golden oak caravan. Transporting hundreds of thousands of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And let me guess, that's the reason you were sent to jail.
Well, I was caught soon after that, yes.
The reason we are here is because we almost killed King Grimwald.
Almost, yes, I've heard people that almost killed the king.
We
That
killed-
is, they raised their sword and got cut down on the spot.
We were going to kill him, but
But you surrendered before you even attempted it. That's the only way I could see you even being alive right now.
we weren't supposed to be here. But this dumbass confessed to murder.
You don't know who the real blame is, do you?
Who?
The real blame is on the one
Who?
snitched.
And who snitched?
You did.
Grimbringer snitched.
Grim.
No, what it was?
Grimwald.
Grimwald.
King Grimwald.
No, what was his name? He, the one who lived in the one who is leader of the Pack of Mercy.
Oh,
There's an
let-
Altwicker.
Oh,
did he snitch?
yeah, that he did.
Who else would have snitched?
I can name a few others, probably.
Main one.
You, Jaxson.
How?
You snitched on the fact that you murdered someone. You snitched on yourself.
Yeah, but
That's called a confession.
yeah, exactly. Altwicker
Why did you
confessed. No, it told Clarice everything about what was gonna happen. Eh? We would have killed Grimwald if it wasn't for him.
That is very true.
Yes.
He's the main factor in the fact that Grimwald wasn't.
And this was destiny. It was destined that I would say those words so that we could come to the blue mines, mine some stones, and become one of the most evil or good or anti-good people in this dark world.
Storm, you twist every possible truth so that it will perhaps benefit you in the future.
Destiny.
Stop abusing the concept of destiny.
Can destiny stop me from talking?
Yes.
No.
Eventually. Oh, great destiny, make him stop.
Now, when is that fool coming? I've been awake. I wanted to sleep, not talk with
Well,
some
you'll probably be.
douchebag.
Well, I mean, we never know when he's coming, so that's why we get up a bit earlier.
Do we get food?
Well, we get lunch.
No breakfast.
No.
What do they serve for lunch?
Well, it's a soup-like stew of all the whatever people throw
Oh.
away in the city. You get used to it.
Disgusting.
The first day you'll probably just your stomach will probably be quite upset, but you gotta take my word for it. You will need to fight to keep it down. Do not allow yourself to throw up. You will be without food. The best thing you can do then is to eat your own vomit. And that's only worse, isn't it?
Mhm.
You need the energy of the food.
Has he yet eaten anything?
Yes.
Doesn't look like that.
Right.
But, well, she was already all starved when she came here, so,
Mhm.
to be honest, I think she's getting more food here than...
Noble King and so.
I mean, he wouldn't be alive if we...
Do you think he has lived here for 3 weeks and hasn't eaten one of those meals? Because if he hasn't, then we need to know which guards he's bribing.
I think I have footsteps. It's probably the one.
I did not hear footsteps.
With your decreased wisdom.
10,
Oh, what's your passive now?
11.
What's your passive? 11.
You hear this
Uh-huh.
knocking
Outside,
3 times, and then the key turns in the keyhole. You see this big figure of the warden, still wearing his small mage's armor, as he kind of steps in. New folks, clothes, get dressed. We're leaving as soon as you're done.
Please.
Is it nice?
It's basically just rags.
Dang it.
I put on.
Were we naked before?
No, you had whatever remained of
Other
your old
rags.
clothes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get new rags.
Let's go.
I mean, you're pretty sure these are just like old potato sacks and stuff that have been resewn.
Pog.
New fashion.
But it's like a pretty thick, albeit very itchy and uncomfortable fabric.
And they're not Azure.
No, they are beigeish gray.
Horribly out of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
You get dressed. Obviously, everyone else is still inside, so you just gotta get dressed in front of everyone else.
I have no shame of
We fucked
showing
that
my...
Titan dick!
I am strong boy. I don't care if anyone sees my
You see
strong body.
Abja,
Scares. Scars.
like once everybody is getting dressed, because some of the others also like put on some other clothes and whatnot. But you notice that Abja, this older man, he doesn't seem to like shirts apparently, because he's just going completely bare-chested.
Does it look awesome? Is it an awesome chest or is this like an old man chest?
Well, as I said, it's like an old
Awesome
man,
old
but
man.
very much in shape for his age.
I'm
Nice.
going shirtless as well.
It's like a somewhat skinnier Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Ah,
since what
So
he
sort-
looks like today. Basically.
so sort of a Wolverine chest.
Well,
Sort
I
of.
would say
about
if he didn't use the drugs, maybe. Because he looks like a fucking sack of potatoes. I'm quite sure.
I don't know. Depends on when he's like doing a mood or whatever. Then he gets him back in shape. But yeah, you once you're done, you gather outside. The warden kind of ushers you to start walking, and much like when he led you to the house, he kind of like tells you when to turn because he walks behind the group of you, telling you to stay close to each other. You see other groups of people that are being pushed forward by other people, not no magi, just ordinary kind of angry-looking people.
We can keep them.
The groups that you see are usually between like 5 to 10 people. So your group of 7 is probably relatively average. But you're being guided through the city or the lowlands of the city, and you start heading up the mountain, where you get to the mines themselves. Now, as you get to the kind of cave-looking like entrance into the mountain, you see some pickaxes that the warden just kind of hands out to you. They are not looking completely new. They've probably been used before, and just you find some blood stains on them. But they are relatively. I mean, they're in good enough shape so that they can definitely be used for a while. The warden just kind of points you towards the mine and says, "You are going to go down there," and he gives like the instructions to what part of the mines that you're gonna work in for the day. And then he just says, "Come on, do not waste any time. Remember, when your shift ends, you're supposed to be back out here within the designated time frame. Understood?"
What's the time frame?
Let me check it. I can't
And when
remember
do we
if it's an
know
hour
when
or half an
the
hour.
shift is over?
You hear the signal. Yeah, half an hour. Half an hour within the shift has ended. You're supposed to be here and report.
So every half an hour you come back.
No.
Once the shift has ended, you have 12 hours until then.
Ah. Needs minding, you know.
I go
I know.
into mines.
Good, follow him. Okay, so you head into the mines. It's relatively dark. Storm, you probably need to use some torches.
Do we get torches?
There are torches by the entrance that you can grab.
Perfect.
There are also some like hammers that you can use to hammer the kind of like things that hold the torches into the wall where you're working. As you get to the part that was assigned to you, Breed kind of just says, how about the three of you start working over there? We have some exposed veins, or I think it's iron, that you can start working on. Then once you have extracted that, you start digging that direction. We have just put some supports to help with the tunneling, so it shouldn't collapse if you do it right. Once you've gotten about this distance in, you're probably going to have to come and request some supports. I can help you with that until you've gotten comfortable. Do you have a question?
How do you mind right, eh?
Just stabby. Picky.
Well, basically.
He's on the level that he
Look.
doesn't know which part of the pickaxe.
So this is your pickaxe. This is the side you want to hit it with. This side is a bit duller. You can use that to kind of, you know how to use a crowbar? You kind of like that. You can break things free. But you use this, and, okay, so here we have this exposed vein. Grab your pickaxe, steady grip with both hands. You want to position your legs kind of like this, you see? Just knees kind of a bit, yeah. One, come on, do like me. Right? You take your pickaxe, you swing it, and you want to hear this nice clang. Listen to this. He just hits it, and you hear this like ding.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, sure. I like the enthusiasm. No. That was yeah, sure, roll.
Athletics check.
Yeah, do athletics. So
Athletics.
Like,
Yeah, 20. 19.
19. Yeah. Almost perfect. You will. I have a feeling you'll get into the habit real quick.
14.
Try to swing straight over your shoulder, but don't. Also, be careful. Don't swing it too far back. You might dislodge your shoulder. I have seen a miner that wielded the pickaxe the wrong way. It got stuck and penetrated his entire shoulder and came out the front. Real clumsy man. He didn't last more than 5 days. Now your turn. Come on, try. Roll in athletics.
But you're -1 in strength and athletics.
You can still roll better than me.
11.
Your technique is a bit rough. Do more like. Sorry, I'm bad with names.
That's a storm.
Storm. Do more like the captain over there. So you want to position your legs a bit wider apart. You want to swing a bit wider. You feel a bit restricted in the way you move. But as soon as you loosen up and you just apply more strength, more power into the strength, you'll do fine.
It's too heavy for her.
It is a bit difficult to do it.
It's too heavy. She needs the child pickaxe.
Give her shine pickaxe.
Okay, we'll start working on. We start working on the iron veins.
That was an excellent imitation. I love it. I love it.
first dwarf ever to like that. I start working at the Iron Base, then we go to the support things, go there. Then when we mine this far in, we ask you for help with the supports.
Exactly.
Storm.
Anything else?
Why can you never be that else?
Nothing else. Let's go.
Alright.
Iron.
Do we need to roll for this?
No, we're going to do a
Exhaustion.
roll by the end of each week to see how much you manage to extract during that time. Well,
Shall I play
don't know,
lucky
I
there?
don't know. No.
What?
That would be so
The-
fucking bullish.
Well, part, we'll see. We'll get to that by the end of the week. Assuming you haven't escaped by then.
We're totally gonna escape by that.
Technically, I think you can use luck for part of it.
Yeah.
But
Because I can use it every day to get.
Yeah.
the
And when you have a
resources.
one roll each week, then you get a lot of lucks. That's all the
21
time.
Lux.
Either way.
You can luck your luck.
Lucky duck.
Look.
The first day goes by. It's quite difficult work, you know. Dara especially gets very tired.
Yeah.
But Storm, it's quite rough for you two. Jaxson, I mean, it's hard work, but it doesn't really like tear on your muscles as much because you're already strong enough to do this type of work quite easily. I'd say like +4 to strength, right?
+3.
+3, yeah.
If I am on drugs, +4.
Okay. Yeah. Well, +3 is still like you're stronger than most people here, probably. But yeah, you just kind of spend hours and hours hacking away. Eventually, you hear this like ringing bell. Also, I should mention that the warden occasionally comes and walks past you, kind of.
I kill him as soon as I
inspecting.
have the chance.
As soon as you have the what?
The chance, you know.
The shell.
The chance.
Congratulations, you don't have the chance.
Oh.
Good luck with the fucking pickaxe. then.
I can cut myself with. Wait.
Dick!
Would it be better if I like mine with electric pickaxe? With lightning.
No. It
No,
will be
probably
worse.
No, not
The iron will
If you
like.
had the thunder thing though,
Mhm.
that would help do like some blasting and stuff. Basically.
Yeah, but then we would get fucked by the rocks above
That's
us.
also the thing. No, lightning would just singe the rocks. Basically, it wouldn't really do much.
Yeah, it's like if I were to Eldritch Blast. It's not gonna hurt much.
Yeah, well, twice throughout the day you hear the kind of ringing bell that summons you to eat food.
Do I have to find some bones?
Not on the first day, no.
Okay.
No. I mean, you're in a relatively new part of the mine,
Okay.
so it's not probably not too many people have died here, and besides, most have just been crushed by a bunch of rocks, and then they move on to a new part. Those that survive. But you get your food. It is absolutely disgusting. I'd say Jaxson, give me a constitution check or a saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
20 is PC.
You managed to keep it down, but it's some of the worst stuff you've ever had. I mean, it's a mix of basically
Even worse.
everything you can imagine.
I've eaten worse, or this is the worst.
No, I
Probably
mean, this
the
is
worst.
basically the worst for all of you. Because this is literally just, you take everything that anyone in the city doesn't want to eat, and you just throw it into one pot and you boil it into a soup. Because I think you were kind of briefly told about it, and they would tell you more over when you're eating that.
Oh, you got a pig feet.
Basically,
Hey!
it works.
Bonus!
Like Bluedale's population pays a part of their taxes in their food.
Hey, are there any bones in the soup? Like pig foods and stuff?
That's okay,
There could
fancy
be.
though.
There could be.
I don't want
We
bones
Some
from the
bones.
food.
in there.
I look for bones in my food.
Give me a
Why don't
Just
you
roll
want
a
the bones for
D100.
food?
Because that we need
I'm probably
to
just gonna get a
trash
fish
those.
bone
You
or
can do
something.
rings.
Exactly, that is what I want to do. But not-
Feathers! I want a feather! Who knows?
Just roll that D100.
86.
Okay, you're kind of like fishing around in this little soup bowl, and you find something that is too hard to be just like meat or something. You fish it up, and it's an entire chicken head. Just like
It's
a
alive.
full-on head of a chicken.
Does the head has feathers on it though? Yes.
Oh,
Has been
man.
plucked.
Rest in peace.
They're too nice
So
to
fucking
have.
horrible to say. I used to think about the yellow, the yellow chicken you squeeze.
Well, you know, I
That's
saw a picture online once with someone who went to KFC and there was a fried chicken head in their bucket. That was
Horror.
it's like nightmare fuel right there.
Yeah.
Imagine not checking and just biting into it.
Yeah.
No, that would be like hard.
I suppose I
Like a
don't.
beak and everything. The full on head.
I suppose I don't find like a glowworm or something as well.
What the fuck?
No.
In the soup. You
Hey,
find a worm
ra-
that's glowing.
Do I
Random
find those
materials,
coins?
man. Random.
Yeah, after 2 breaks.
But an eyelash.
No, there's not an eyelash in the soup. I mean, it's not
What the fuck?
inedible things in there. It's just things that you probably don't want to eat, but you can eat it.
Yeah, I just assumed that everyone just threw their garbage in this thing and there will be like.
No, because they're not. They're supposed to give their food rests, not random things.
Yeah, but it's like recycling. There's always one neighbor decides that this metal can goes with the glass bottles or something like that.
Very unlikely.
So it's like eggshells or something.
That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, an eggshell.
hey, there's protein in that one. If
A
you
lot of
just-
calcium.
If you just chew it properly, it's probably not that bad for you.
Is it that hard when the chicken plops it out?
No.
So it's soft when the chicken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think of it
You
as
should have.
Wait, no, it isn't.
it's actually pretty. In like the first few minutes, it's pretty soft. But it's not.
It's weird.
It's softer than it when you eat it. In
Well, fine, but it wouldn't be soft.
think
Like,
of
the
think of
shell
it
is
as
there
like a
for
newborn.
reason.
Think of it as a newborn baby. The newborn baby will be softer the first few minutes.
Well, the shell is still there to protect the egg, though.
Yeah,
So
but it's-
like
Yeah, but it's in the first moments it's actually pretty soft and it's quite bendable.
I don't know about that. But whatever.
First day gone.
The first day basically goes by, and you return. You return home to your house afterwards. Let me just check one thing real quick. Yeah. Right. You also notice. I gotta check this too. Okay, no, never mind. You go back to the house, escorted by the warden. You get locked in once you are there. I mean, your work shift is over already at like 5 p.m. So you're back at like 5:30. So you have a few hours before you should kind of go to bed. The others kind of gather a bit around like the one table that you have in the house. Jez is kind of sitting a bit isolated. You notice that like Brieg and Abjad seem to have like a nice conversation that Lev occasionally just butts in with some arrogant remark or whatever, they of course invite you to join if you want to.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
I suppose.
So, do you want to talk about anything?
No.
I want to complain that it's hard work. Oh, my arms are so sore.
This is only your first day.
It's not that hard.
Imagine what it feels like after 40 years.
So let me guess, each day is the worst day.
No, I would not say that.
Second or third.
I wouldn't say that either. I would say a week, 2 weeks, usually around there it is when it gets worse. Then after that, it gets a bit easier. Of course, I have spent a lot of time here, and so I'm old now. I can feel my body tiring a bit. It gets exhausting sometimes.
What the hell were you doing underground? Well, you know what Jaxson has been doing his whole life. You know what I've been doing my whole life. What the fuck have you been doing your whole life?
I can tell you what I've not been doing. Mining.
What have you been doing?
Yeah, what have you been doing? No work? How are you here?
I have been surviving underground.
How
I
do you
haven't.
survive underground when you don't know any spells? Or don't know how to wield the sword? Or don't know how to wield the bow?
By avoiding creatures around.
You're not stealthy. How do you avoid creatures?
It's a miracle.
The best
She's
thing
alive.
you had was your dark vision.
I think
Now you've
everyone
been
there-
becoming better, you know. But what the hell were you doing underground?
Mostly running away.
Great.
You're not fast!
They're like, how did you survive? You're weak, you're slow, and you don't have barely any magic.
When you put it like that, yeah,
Plot
kind of a good
armor.
question, isn't it?
Plot armor. It always works.
I suppose.
I was scavenging a lot.
Great.
Plus, we're not in the Underdark at the moment.
I was just about to ask if you grew up in dwarven territories in the underground cities there, but in the Underdark, that's a bit farther down.
Yeah, it's a bit lower.
I've had tales of evil cousins of the dwarves living down there. You see any of them?
She's an evil.
I haven't seen any of them, but you know, I've heard that they're. Well, I don't know if it's just the evil elves who said that they are.
Are you an evil elf? Evil elf? Huh?
No, I'm not down there.
With this, the dwarves that lives down there, and there's the elves.
Yes.
How the fuck did the Goliath fuck one with the elves?
You know, actually, I heard the gnomes as well.
Oh, gnomes.
There actually are quite a lot of races down there, and
Goliaths? What the fuck are they doing down there?
well, you know that Thromera is for racial superiority and has a lot of slaves.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, the Underdark is pretty much the same,
Ah,
only slightly worse.
I think I like
Why is no one on the
Underdark.
seas? Eh? Might be some slaves, but you know.
I don't know because this. I don't know who lives in the sea. Are like sea folk or something?
Everyone is accepted there.
I doubt
We're not slaves.
that.
Huh?
Slaves aren't accepted
Of course they are.
as
Anyway,
slaves.
Exactly.
That's
anyway, there are a lot of slaves down there.
Mm-hmm. So your father was
Were you a slave?
slave.
No, I'm the child of a slave, you could say.
Ah.
Half.
Fuck.
Long
Nice.
story.
Imagine marrying a slave.
Like approximately 4 to 5 sentences.
Slaves and humans too. Humanoids too.
Perfect.
I mean, Fritz wasn't officially a slave, though.
Yeah, he must be.
Just
Fritz
looks
is
like
just an
one.
ordinary
Peasant.
laborer from Chimera.
Mhm.
Only that they're basically being treated as slaves, more or less.
Okay, and I'm going to sleep, so. Yeah.
The better question is, how did Storm survive out the sea? Or maybe there weren't anything to be threatened by.
I mean, as long as he knows how to save a boat.
And even
I
better,
guess you survive.
how the F did he become a captain of a ship?
My
He's
question is
not
how
that
any
guy.
of you lived long enough to make it here.
Same to you.
You're all pathetic. You know that.
Do you even have any special abilities or?
I'm a pretty decent fighter.
Okay, you two fight.
You have any alcohol?
No.
I'll
No.
fight him if I'm drunk.
What?
Or just like, do you have
Why?
any special tricks when you fight or
I
something?
just like to fight when I'm
Or
drunk.
you're just like a plain
I have
fighter?
several
Um,
special tricks up
Fight,
this.
fight,
What
fight.
do you
fight.
do then?
Well, I wouldn't tell you.
In the left corner, we have the noble one. In the
I
right
might consider
corner,
punching you.
we have the
Other noble one.
Other noble one, Jaxson Gillstar.
You want to be punched?
I bet 1 copper.
He stands up and gets closer
No,
to
if
you.
you punch him, I will punch you.
You're quite short. What would you do against me?
He's probably like 6'1".
Okay. Yeah, but I'm still taller.
You're sitting down still, right? So
No, I stand up if he stands up as well.
Yeah, you know, it's alpha thing. Don't worry, Storm.
you know, it's quite impressive. You've only had the food here for a single day, and yet your breath smells worse than anyone else's that I've been around in my life.
Yeah, that's a common treatment from Storm.
He's a lizard.
Still, your insult does nothing. Your fist might maybe do something, but I quite doubt that. So
Yeah, he's not the guy to actually understand an insult.
and I'm not bothering insulting you because you wouldn't even be bothered as well.
No,
Because it's coming from a lizard.
I think you will be quite bothered by it.
I don't.
You're right. It is coming from an inferior being.
That's what I mean.
You should make yourself at home here. It's where you belong.
I don't
At the
think you will
moment,
be able to
It's my home, yeah.
You should be a slave. Lizard.
You're.
We are slaves
He
at the
goes back
moment,
and
yeah.
sits down. You may be slaves.
You are as well.
I'm only working because it is
You have to think about that
beneficial.
one. Ah.
In other
Because
Beneficial.
I
words-
will be out here soon.
In other words, he's stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while I'm here, I might as well work a bit harder so that I have a chance of finding the secret blessings of this place.
Good luck with that, eh?
Oh, I believe I will succeed.
But does Destiny believe in that?
I am destined to do great things.
By whom?
Destiny.
How the fuck do you know that? Have you talked to Destiny?
The gods.
Oh, God.
But
Can
I
everyone
guess
stop
Fiora
talking?
said that you were going to do something.
I have talked to gods. But like,
Who cares about Fiora? No, I worship
care about-
Rekar.
I guess a religion check on that one.
that is 12.
Nice.
20.
20.
12.
You can do it on advantage, Jackson. What do you?
12.
So Jackson, what you know is that Rekar is the patron god of Chimera. Dara, you know a bit more about him.
Ooh.
He doesn't give out prophecies.
Huh?
Nah, just
Well, prophecies is not necessarily what anyone has been talking about here, except for Jez.
Yeah,
You know that Ricard, you got 20 total, right?
20.
So Ricard is, to begin with, the brother of a bear. A god you've had significantly more contact with throughout the campaign.
Yeah.
He's considered a god of warriors. He is sometimes called the carrier of the blade, the great warrior, or the paragon of conquest. He, although both him and Bear are kind of these soldier gods, Ricard is the one that is considered to be the offensive one, whereas Bear is the defensive one.
So the conqueror and defender.
Well, yeah. Which is why their brotherhood is a bit tense in the legends about the gods. You know, they're not exactly the closest brothers because they are always kind of fighting over things and taking different sides in wars and whatnot. But because of the kind of imperial nature of Femera throughout history, he was kind of made their patron god. And of course, city-wise, he's also the patron god of Elderthal, the capital. Yeah.
I had sleep.
Then
Alright.
Yeah, me too.
So everyone goes up and has their night of sleep. Storm.
No.
Can you just make an intelligence check before that?
Oh, Jesus fucking
Come on.
Christ.
You're a good one. Can you lock it up?
10, I think.
Then?
Oh yeah, I laugh because I'm gonna sleep anyway. Why does this? What?
They rolls under 10 each time.
10.
10 is enough.
Yes!
That was my first roll as well.
As you're laying down and you begin to think about, like, yeah, it's nighttime soon. I think about the day. It will be like the 15th of the month. That'll be full moon.
Huh?
Do you want to do anything?
Sleep.
Convenient that you drink through all your luck.
No!
Okay, so the rest of you head off to sleep.
I get the feeling that we should be very worried about this.
Storm.
No. Oh my
You go to
lord!
sleep, you try to think about something else, anything else. And then you're unsure how much time goes by. And then you wake up
I just wanted to mine.
and you feel the strange sensation. This white glow. And you are now wide awake. What do you do?
I fucking. Oh my god.
Please kill the noble. Please kill the noble.
Kill the noble!
Not that noble, the other noble.
You see some moonlight shining through the cracks of one of the
Oof.
barricaded
Oof.
windows.
I can't sleep.
Where would you put your bedroll roughly? Like,
In the corner.
so you see the moonlight is kind of like above you, kind of around your feet-ish. It's kind of shining through and just hitting the floor.
What is outside? Is there guards? No.
You don't know. I mean, all the,
Oh,
the
yeah, right.
windows are barricaded, except for a few cracks where you can kind of tell what's outside-ish.
What can I tell? What's outside?
Look around. I mean, it's streets in a kind of peasant area. That's all I can see. You can't really see any people.
And there's no lock inside. What is in the room? There's a big table, I assume. Or
It's
is it?
more or less completely empty. There is a table big enough for all of you to kind of.
Where do you shit?
There is like a pot, or it's more like a hole. Like in a corner of the room, there's this bench with a hole in it that just goes down below the house. So a little like basement-ish thing, but it's just like a big hole.
Climb down.
What's in the roof?
The ceiling?
Yeah.
I mean, it's this like typical type of roof that is kind of like pointy. And so there are these beams that just support it. That's it.
Where's the closest river?
River, that would be to the north.
How far?
You know that you can go there on your day off to
Oh, yeah, right.
or bathe.
So it's not far away.
Maybe an hour from the city.
Like, escaping alone would be so fucking tragic, though. And how would I escape? I would kill the noble, make their bones into a crowbar, right out, and run.
I don't think you're strong enough to open the door.
I don't think yes.
A
He
crowbar.
certainly has a chance if he manages to make a crowbar.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I got the strength to open the door.
I don't think the noble has bones strong enough for a
But if
crowbar.
we don't,
You feel your eyes are starting to burn ever so slightly. Just kind of the sensation when you're very tired and you're staring at a bright light. It's kind of that type of burning feeling to it.
and if I try to sleep, I can't, yeah?
You can't even close your eyes. Give me a perception check.
14.
14.
15.
You notice, looking through the room, that Abja does not seem to be asleep.
What's up?
He's kind of sitting in the opposite corner, looking at you.
How can I escape, man? You got any tips?
Destiny.
I was thinking of killing the noble, making the noble's bones into...
Destiny.
I can't sleep. How do
Come, come, giant.
I walk to him?
You have strange eyes. They
Why?
did not do that yesterday.
No. What? You looked at me yesterday as well? Okay,
I
yeah.
do not really sleep like others.
What do you do then, eh?
I sit here and I look out the window at the sky above.
It feels like you want freedom.
Oh, I chose this life. I can walk out whenever I want. I was not sentenced to work here. I choose to stay.
So your tips is for destiny. So I just stay here.
Tell me, child, why should you escape?
Then I can return to Lizardfolk, get all my stuff except my gold, and keep living my life. Maybe killing the king, maybe killing the person who snitched, maybe killing...
What are your dreams? Your aspirations?
the most feared thing. To be the most feared one in the seas.
And how do you plan to achieve that?
To be the most feared one
Hmm.
on the land. fast.
And do you plan to achieve that how?
By making a name for myself.
Details. You need a plan.
Killing, robbing, doing things, getting me money, eh? Or I could be a good one, but good one is quite much harder, eh?
Is it?
Yup. No one trusts a lizardfolk.
It is because you are too quick to abandon your hopes of being good. You have a unique opportunity. You say because you are different, it is difficult, yes?
Indeed.
But it is also because you are different that you can be better.
I think I've blown my shot being good though.
I do not think so. It is never too late.
I killed the king's friend. Hmm?
Nobility is not open friends. They are allies, pretending to be good friends.
So what is your tip then?
To rise above what people see you as. If you wish to be bad, to be evil, then so be it. I will not stop you. Perhaps you will end up here again. Perhaps not. Perhaps you will succeed, maybe you will fail. But if you wish to be good, then you simply must stay on your path. Because if you prove people wrong enough times, they will begin to believe. And when they believe in you more than anyone that is like them. Because they will see not only that they were wrong about you, but that you have done so much more than they thought was ever possible.
Quite.
Commitment.
Commitment and destiny.
Destiny. Yes.
How am I supposed to sleep?
I do not know this thing that affects your eyes. Do you know what causes it?
Yes. Unfortunately. And if I stay here, it might be a little bit dangerous. So that's why I'm thinking about escape.
Your eyes glow like the full moon. I suppose they are related somehow.
Yes.
Bound to the
In negative way.
but perhaps it is part of your destiny.
Bad things.
No. The moon. You have a connection.
That I was given.
Yes, but you are now connected. I don't think that will go away anytime soon. But it doesn't have to always be bad.
Forrest has to level up one more level, then she can cure curses. On level up. She just has to be a bit better at her stuff, and then she can cure curses. I hope this is
So
a
it
curse.
is a curse.
I think so. Eh?
There are other ways of getting rid of curses.
Dying.
No. The mind.
Dying in the mind.
No, being chosen by them.
but I don't have much time being in the mines. I escape, where I wait, and then I will be free.
What is it that you
either way.
fear? You are running.
Right.
So tell me.
A person will come here and maybe hurt you lads, and then yeah, I will be free. Free. I will be in their arms instead of here. Yeah. So if I stay, my tips is for you to walk free or to another house, and perfect. Then you won't be affected.
I see. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Lock. Rest in peace.
Low.
Yep.
2.
So I finish the sentence and then what?
He wrote something.
He rolls my destiny.
You take 6 radiant damage as the pain from your eyes gets more intense.
So this has to do
Divine judgment, definitely.
Can you like knock me out so I can sleep that way? Huh? Is this my destiny?
No, I do not think this is your destiny.
Connected to the moon.
You have plans, but you do not know how to fulfill them. When you do, I believe your destiny will begin to manifest itself. Figure that out and then come back and talk to me again.
Figure my
mind.
destiny out.
Oh, but your plans, they are tied to your destiny. The minds make you think of a lot of things. You will have a lot of time to consider what you wish to do.
Hopefully so. Now I'm gonna try to knock myself out so I can sleep. You wanna help?
Patience.
But I won't get sleep if I don't.
You went to bed a bit early today. You will still be able to catch enough hours if this passes soon.
Let's hope that.
Go back, lie down, try to relax. You go back, and soon enough, the light fades, and you're once again able to sleep.
Lovely.
But you're permanently blind.
Permanent blind.
The next day comes. So does the warden,
go to mines.
and you are dragged off to the mines. Does anyone want to do anything?
You see a bird.
Do we see a bird?
Skies.
Speak on it.
Or it is right behind us. I don't know if magic is legal to use on a bird. He's got a weak memory too. How do you know? Don't you think that? Ask him. Throw a rock at it. What? Ask him. Just throw a rock at it or something.
You should probably speak a bit louder so that the microphone actually hears it.
Yeah, but if we do, then the warden might hear us.
Ask the warden if you can shoot it.
No. Definitely not. Definitely
Can
not.
I throw a rock on the bird?
I mean, it's like high in the sky.
Would you
It's
say
not like
about 120 feet,
Fuck the bird.
what is that's like 30,
40 meters?
40 meters.
Destiny.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, then I
The
can't
bird
even
is
hit.
destined to land in front of us.
It doesn't.
Pah! Okay, we walk to the mines.
Yeah.
Um,
But there's. Do we have a bird feather somewhere?
make a perception check.
We always need those bird feathers. It can be a shitty bird feather. Like a pigeon feather. Oh, it's bright outside, right?
Disadvantage.
17.
17.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 and a 13, and I have +5 in perception.
You find something that initially looks like a bird feather from a bit of a distance, but as you get closer, it's like it's a cloth.
It's a fleece.
It's a fleece!
No,
Ah!
Damn it!
it's not sheepskin.
Is it a glowworm?
Oh, let's go. Is it gummy Arab?
Is it an eyelash? A gobber?
No.
But a bit of phosphorus then.
Can't you ask your patron to give to you?
Phosphorus is something you potentially could find in the mines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
essential.
Yeah, but I feel like I would smell the phosphorus.
Perhaps.
It
Okay.
smells a lot. Not like
We have the
sulfur.
mine, yos.
Or maybe I need some sulfur as
I
well.
buy it.
Alright,
Buy
so
all this.
does that more to do anything?
Mine.
So here is what I'm going to do then. I'm going to ask you, do you have anything you want to do the next few days? Otherwise I will fast forward either until the end of the week when you get your leave, or until something happens.
Yeah.
I will be lucky in my mind. Except the first day.
Nice. Okay. So
Yeah, I'm ready.
a few more days go by until the 5th day of the week. In the morning, you're kind of waiting there for the warden to come. But it takes a bit longer than usual.
He's dead.
Eventually,
Oh.
the key in the door turns, and you see not the warden, but a group of about 10 ordinary city guards. The first one kind of steps in. Warden couldn't be here today. Come on. We're taking over for the day.
Great.
Okay.
Where's the warden?
Busy.
Doing what?
Maybe you could ask him when he's back. Huh?
No,
That's right.
he's scared.
Now shut up and get your things.
I get my things.
I
Mine.
kick him.
Yo, Jaxson.
Yes.
We can escape. We talk in the mine instead. Good.
Right. So since there are a lot more guards, they kind of surround you in a way, just bunch you up in the middle and walk like a few in front, a few in the behind, and some on the sides.
Yeah, it says a lot when there are multiple guards instead of the warden.
They escort you to the mines. Did you want to have a conversation in there?
Are they in the mines?
Yeah, there's more supervision in the mines now since
How-
there are
how
multiple
many?
people. I mean,
But
there are 10
when we
guards
mine-
total. Yeah, I mean, the warden usually takes rounds.
Yeah, take rounds, but
But
there's
are they
there
all the time?
mines.
Since there are 10 of them now,
Mhm.
there's basically always someone watching over at least one of you. Usually the warden would keep an eye on people maybe half the time.
How far away is the guard?
I mean, the guard will not be too close to you, really.
So if we whisper, he won't hear.
Well, if you whisper, you won't hear it either because it's very loud in the mines. You're constantly hearing like ding 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 ding.
You know, I just realized something because darkness has spell components that are actually pretty easy to get. Could I have found like some bat fur and a piece of coal?
Bat fur.
Bat fur.
Yeah,
A piece of coal for sure, definitely. No,
But
no
have you seen a
worries
bat?
there.
Has he seen a bat? That he could have fucking shot.
because I just realized bat fur and piece of coal, that's like typical things you can find in a mine.
Perception check.
Make a perception check.
not disadvantaged because it's underground.
Great.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna roll on a 10. 23.
Oh!
Would you try to do this earlier?
Yeah, probably. I would probably have wanted it.
We're not going to go back. That's just.
We can say it now.
Okay. You see a bat,
Nice.
kind of hanging upside down.
I grab.
Hey, Storm. I've got a piece of coal, but I need some bat fur, and then I can use my darkness spell as well.
Yeah, but where the fuck? Just chill it, eh?
Isn't darkness like innately casted?
Yeah, I thought so too, but apparently I need the materials.
But doesn't it say on the Drow
I can't
thing
look.
about you cast it innately
I
and
didn't-
that it
Oh,
doesn't
that's...
I can make the quick check.
I'm so strong that I can just do this motion.
Because if that's the case, then I get more spells.
Like I think so. Anyway.
Hmm.
I still need a piece of
How
coal.
can we kill them?
I reached third level.
How much damage does a pickaxe do?
Reached fifth level. We'll get to that if we try to use it.
Nice.
I can just pick myself and then I pick them.
Oh, enjoy.
Like it doesn't say anything that it's innate.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, but you still need.
Jaxson, should we down the guard, eh?
Hey! No joking!
We were singing.
Should we down the guard? Sorry, it doesn't hear. Sorry, it doesn't hear.
Yeah.
Should we down the guard, eh?
Jaxson struggles to hear what you're saying because of this new lower
Yeah, and
perception.
Spurs. 11.
Same.
Yeah, it's difficult to hear what Storm is saying.
Sing louder. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Run
I'm going
on
to cast
Bailey.
Chill touch on the bat.
Chill touch on the bat.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I don't want to throw out an Eldritch Blast because
Sure.
So it's the one where I get the skeletal hand back.
Right, so you want to cast it stealthily.
Yep.
Make a stealth check.
Great.
And then we'll see if you hit.
Fuck. 3.
On your stealth?
Yeah.
We can talk when
Okay.
they are.
Although I hit pretty easily though at a 25.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure Batman has 1 HP, so I'm gonna send this this hand
He
out.
doesn't. He has
that
1
just
HP.
grips this bat that is sitting there sleeping in the ceiling, and it just like shrivels up and falls down.
The fur is now ruined, so you can
You see the guard just goes like, "Hey! Hey! I need backup over here!"
we start talking.
And
when he's,
the guard just kind of
Yeah.
rushes up and starts punching you. And you see like 5 more guards, and they all just start kicking and punching
Should
you.
we just run for it?
But does it look like they're
The
busy?
Well, there's some more guards in the cave somewhere or outside. Like,
But
There's 5 out of 10 guards
Yeah.
hitting her.
does it look like they're
like they're basically just gonna neutralize you. So, are you gonna fight back?
Do I have weapons?
You have your pickaxe.
Do they have their weapons?
Oh yeah, they have weapons.
But they're punching me instead.
Yeah, because they're not
I'm
looking to
keeping
kill you,
cover.
they're trying to take you down.
What?
I mean, I could use my arms of Hatter and just like hopefully kill all of
Oh,
them.
nice.
Or with
But I think they're pretty powerful enough
Or,
to withstand.
almost like a fist.
Yeah, I need a cup of water.
Do you do anything, or do you just?
I'm not doing anything. I'm
So-
just gonna take it.
Why did they beat
In
the
that
shit
case,
out of
you're
her?
gonna lose half your HP.
Can we talk why they beat the shit out of...
You can talk.
What do you say?
Okay, I don't know. Should we just try to kill one of the guards when they're lonely?
One, they're
Yeah,
from
wait.
intent.
No, I mean one, so we get the weapon.
Can you scream
No, we will do it quick.
with a pickaxe?
She can do spells.
I guess.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
At that point, they're done beating up Dara. Two of them are actually gonna drag you away.
Oh fuck.
The others just leave this part. One stays to
Are you gonna leave the bat?
watch over. Are you gonna try to grab it as they drag you past it?
No, I'm gonna try to stay conscious.
I mean,
I'm being beaten by 5 men. I think I
in that case, the bat just stays there on the ground instead.
5 out of 6 people enjoy beating.
So one of the guards stays to keep looking at you. Come on, get back to work! Didn't give you permission to stop.
We still were there and kind of were just slower so we could talk.
Well, nice. 10 guards though. I don't want to fucking.
could have been worse. Could have been warden. I did consider arms of Hadar. I did.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get fucking killed.
I literally just see like the Ilawi ult.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly
But
what I
like 5 people just group up and they just all these tentacles just come out of nowhere and just slam everyone. Okay, do you do anything?
You know the words.
This one guard is still standing there, like looking at you. Starts walking away a little bit. Looks at some of the others in the group.
Okay, so what do we do?
Are there more people here than where we are mining?
Well, like you're in your group of 7 people.
Okay, so we're mining like.
Well, it would be like next to each other. You're not necessarily stacked on top of each other.
No.
but, like,
Great, great. Yeah, if he turns his back against me, you know, away from me.
You hit it.
I mean, he stood so that he's kind of half turned away from you.
You can try to stealth.
Yeah, I tried to stealth up and.
I see this. I make myself ready to rush in and hit the shit out of him. With my...
Does Dara see this as well?
No, she's
No, she's been dragged off. She's
Oh.
not with you anymore.
But what the fuck are we doing with them for?
They just
Where she
took
is.
her away. You don't know where.
They
took
literally
her.
just came there, beat the shit out of me, and took me away.
She can fly.
She can't fly. She's a fucking.
Hey! What are you talking about? Huh? Who's flying? Huh? Did I stutter?
The bats.
Deception check.
Yeah, you know, that just flew really quickly.
You can do it on checks.
17 plus
Minus.
minus 1.
I said you can do it on
Yeah,
advantage.
because I helped you.
16 or 18.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Whatever. But I don't want to hear any more talking. I will report this to the warden. You understand? He's just gonna stand, and from now on, he's just gonna look at you all the time. Stands there, like leaned up against the wall on the opposite side of the room.
Yeah, we won't do this without Dara.
Oh,
Okay, so do you try anything else this
No.
day?
Wait for us. Break.
we wait for Dara to come or break.
Break.
And they're
So
probably
Dara.
gonna brand me or something.
You are taken back to the house
What the fuck?
where you are going to get whipped.
Oh!
Ouch.
Good time.
By the warden or someone.
No,
The
we're-
warden is not there.
Oh, thank God.
Good time.
Yeah, these blokes don't do quite as much damage as him.
Wow.
How many whips?
10 lashes.
Oh my God.
Oh, how much HP? 20, okay.
They might miss.
This is gonna be rough for you, just saying.
20 HP and 10 lashes. You will go down.
Yeah.
They won't do like 2, 1. They just have to do 2 damage each. And you scream.
Ow. This is gonna hurt a lot.
I guess they auto hit every single one, right?
Well, they're gonna keep hitting until they've hit 10 of them.
Yeah.
Great. That's gonna be awkward if I go into death saving mode.
Oh.
That's 2 on the first.
Uh-huh.
That's 5 on the next.
Uh-huh.
7. 10.
Right, 10 total.
10 total.
Okay.
15. Oh my god, I'm rolling a lot of high damage. 20.
That's
That's
just
half of
enough.
that.
That's just enough to take me down to conscious.
Half of them would be.
0 HP.
What would
Oh yeah, 0 exactly.
Exactly 0.
Yeah, well, so you're not down or dead or
I will if it
Die.
continues whipping me.
yeah.
You're like,
going to whip. Really keep on going with that smile. I think you will.
Here's the thing. They're technically obliged to carry out the 10 flashes.
Nice. Hopefully it's not full damage.
maybe they have a cleric who's like,
I will say this though. It feels a bit unfair that they beat you that much before,
yeah.
since you didn't struggle.
So she should have
I
more
would-
HP.
You would have taken like a few hits. Let's say you took like 5 damage.
Oh, then I have 15
You
HP
have
left.
a chance because now the next 5 lashes come.
Yeah,
Hopefully I don't roll as much as
You're
high.
down, but it's
Well,
4. Still rolling high. Plus 5, that is 9. That is less. That is 12.
good luck.
That's 3, right?
Yeah.
15.
yeah,
No,
down to 0.
But they hit
And the last
And then
one.
one more, that's 2 damage, but that doesn't
So
really matter.
death
If you
save-
go down to 1 failed death save, they're not gonna leave you to die though.
Oh.
You basically just need to survive the lashes, and then you're fine. You're gonna be out for the rest of the day though, basically.
Woohoo, vacation.
No, they need to do, like the medics checks and stuff, right? Or are there so many so it will succeed?
So both of them failed.
Oh,
So roll another death save.
what the fuck? What the fuck? Not a one. Oh, jeez. Jeez.
There's a 2 failed death saves.
No, no, no.
Now one of them succeeded, so you're fine.
Oh, God.
Which day is this? Is it like 7?
Day 5.
Day 5. Okay, so you almost died.
Day 5.
Because only 2 of them would have taken you to the house, the rest of the 8 of them would have stayed.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit of a close call right there.
Note to self, don't get bat first. They hate you.
More like, do not cast spells while you're on duty.
Dicks.
Yeah, you should have just.
The bat is still on the
Rock.
ground though. It's just dead there.
Yeah.
The rest of the day goes by.
I'm pretty sure they would probably have just beaten the shit out of me even if I threw a rock at it.
Maybe.
They're racist.
I asked the guards on the break. Can we go to the river? I smell kinda dirt.
We are supposed to get a leave.
Yeah, but on your 7th day,
Ah, alright.
Misunderstanding.
you need a week of work before you can request a leave.
Good.
And only if you behave. If you get punished, that's reset.
I'm not punished.
Your little friend over there, well, guess what? 7 days from now until our next chance.
I don't know what she did,
Cast a spell.
What the
Let me tell you, if the warden had been here, things would not have been as merciful for her. Now she only got 10 lashes.
How much with him?
No, 10 lashes if she even survived the first
I
part
think
of it all.
he's better flashing people.
Oh, well, there's that. And also, of course,
He's an old mage, right?
he has his way with spells.
Does he cast spells?
No.
He can parry them and reflect them on to the mage again.
So the bat wouldn't be dead.
Maybe.
I don't know even why you would want to kill a bat.
Or maybe she would have died if her own magic is powerful enough. Who knows?
Which is not.
I feel quite sad about the bat, you know.
Want to bury it?
No.
Is that what you're saying? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. We'll go pick it up then. And he follows you back into the mines. Keep in mind, you're still under supervision from like 7 other guards.
Keep in
7
mind.
out there. 7 out there.
There, pick it up.
Oh, it's quite cold.
Come on, let's go out. You're gonna bury that thing now. What? He leads you outside. Yep, find a spot, start digging.
You take the
You're burying that thing now.
side of the pickaxe.
You just throw it on the ground.
Instead of
You can take a shovel instead.
Uh-huh.
There's a shovel outside.
No. No, doesn't have to be deep.
Are you gonna try to take another fur? Or are you just gonna put it in there and bury it?
I'm just gonna put it in the hole and then I'm gonna go back to it.
Ah! Cover it. You wanted to bury it, you're gonna bury it.
I'm gonna go back to it.
Yeah, you probably want to flatten the ground, don't want anyone stumbling over a bat's grave. Alright, go back, get 20 more minutes.
Wholesome.
Okay, so the rest of the day goes by. Anything else they want to do before that?
The thing is, I could maybe escape. But these trolls can't.
no, because you didn't get the bad fur.
That's the sad. Well, you wouldn't be able to do that in the fucking house, dumbass. Exactly.
I'm just gonna
Especially
Eldritch
not
blast
when-
the lock of this
Not
door.
the boy is going to be back, eh? You cut this up, man, because you should have thrown the fucking rock, dude.
Yes, next time I'm gonna remember. Throw a rock at things. Magic is bad. Magic sucks. Just throw a rock at it.
Anything else?
No.
Or else we're gonna fast forward.
That's for
Okay. So, when you get back to the house, you find Dara there, still guarded by 2 people. She's just barely coming back to consciousness at this point.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a point of exhaustion.
It always happens. What happens on the first one? Is it?
Disadvantage on
Abilities.
abilities, checks, and yeah, that's it. You see one of the guards when you enter just points at Dara and says, "Now see, this is what happens when you don't behave. You're not getting any leave this week, yeah, that's..."
Rip.
So, she might need some care. Alright?
Have I found some bones, by the way, in the mines?
Make a perception check.
15!
No.
What?
Well, you know, except for that.
Except for that. Well, it's not crowbar sized.
when there's no
Yeah, and I'm
door.
pretty sure
I
that,
don't want to make a crowbar.
I'm pretty sure it's like a bird where they're actually hollow.
When there's no guards there, I kill her.
Alright, yeah. The guards leave after everyone is back.
I do the healing bitch slap.
If you take 1 damage, you get healed 5 or whatever,
Yeah,
6,
6.
but -1. So.
Do I feel better or do I feel like I want to punch
I
someone?
mean, you feel physically better, I suppose, but you're
I'm still
at Jaxson,
bedridden.
I guess.
I healed you. It's my healing bitch slap.
Also, now your shirt is partially ripped on your back because of the lashes, and you're probably gonna get some scars.
Of course.
That was our day to escape, man.
We were going to kill one of the guards and run.
And the idea was that I was supposed to use the bat for darkness.
Oh, wait.
Why did he just throw a rock at it?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Ah.
Okay,
Hindsight is awful.
so about half an hour goes by, and then you hear the key to the door being turned again.
Oh, what the fuck? Why do they want to go in here again?
This time,
The worst.
you see the warden, accompanied by another figure,
No.
The other dude.
a gnome.
Oh, is that a nice looking gnome?
There's a new dude in the group.
Maybe it's a good cop, bad cop.
It is a gnome dressed in fine clothes.
So,
Please be good cop, bad cop.
Probably about 300 years old, so he's approaching an elderly age. About 3'5" tall, kind of messy gray thin hair, and almost comically oversized blue eyes. And he kind of walks in behind the warden. The warden stops looking at all of you. You see this gnome kind of walks past, looks at you.
Alright, so these are the new ones then. Excellent, excellent. Well, I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Overseer Kestenbaum. Of course, I do not take any offense to the name Stanislaus either. I just wanted to come here to explain the situation that has occurred today. So I'm sure you noticed Warden Nikolai's absence during today's work. Well, you see, we had a bit of a troublesome situation where tonight, before the shift started, there was a break-in in my home. A thief attempted to steal something very vital to my research. Thankfully, the warden was there and managed to kill him. It was a mage, I shall point out. But my good old trusty friend here butchered him like the swine he is.
What did you try to steal?
Something very important to my research, and you are?
Captain Storm at yourself.
Captain Storm, yes. You understand I'm a bit of a scientist myself. So I research various geological things here in the region. And the thief attempted to steal something. Did that answer your question?
But something I get.
Right, something very important.
I want to know what. Whatever. Nice.
I want to know why you think you have the authority to ask, but I don't ask. So,
Why are you even telling us this then, eh?
because I think I should give you an explanation why your dear warden wasn't here today.
Great, okay.
Now I hope that the guards treated you well. I can tell at least one of you is in a bit of a rough shape. However, my warden tells me that he has already received a report about what happened. Other than that, I don't really have much to say. I was more on a way to introduce myself as well. It's always nice to meet my new miners here. And so I hope we can have a continued fruitful worker and employee relationship. If there's nothing else? No? Excellent. Then I will bid my farewell, and perhaps we'll see each other again.
And he heads out. The warden kind of takes a moment to look at all of you, lets his eyes rest on Dara a bit longer. He turns around, heads out, slams the door shut, and locks.
Sedatives.
Ska du vara Will eller?
Sedatives.
Fucking.
I think that's a good place to take a break. Yeah, so let's take a few minutes, and then we will be back and see what happens next.
Great.
Yeah, see you soon.
Vänta, jag måste
Och jag tänkte,
Ja, jag
Ja,
kan
we're
inte
back.
rulla den av bordet.
We are back, and Mark's just wasted a nat 20 on a meme.
Oh,
That's why I'm rolling the d12, man. No one uses the d12.
my man.
Okay, so before we left to go troll around for a few minutes,
Yeah.
Dara got whipped almost to death,
Yeah.
and the warden came back, this time with Overseer Stanislaus Kessenbaum, who turns out is a gnome.
So now we know who has the blue ball.
Yes.
I mean, you don't know what it is he actually has.
Well, we know that he still has it.
Yep.
Perhaps. Or is it
Have we
that's
found
lying to us?
any gems in the mine yet?
Hasn't found any destiny.
Well, we will roll for your findings at the end of the week.
Great.
So, does anyone want to do anything the next 2 days
No.
before the two of you get your lead?
No.
No.
Okay.
Or no.
Okay, so fast forward, 7th day of the week. Dara, you're slowly healing.
Losing my exhaustion, I suppose.
Yep. Because you didn't do anything that would interrupt your full night's rest.
This is so stupid.
Anyway, the
Oh,
7th day
no.
rolls around. The warden is back on his duty. And can I just ask, what is your passive insight?
Passive what?
Or what is your insight?
It's 14 as passive.
Wait, 13?
It's your insight plus 10.
Is it
15.
plus 10? Oh, 15.
Insight
15.
plus 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 15.
You all notice that there's something different about how the warden kind of moves. He seems almost like he's slightly injured,
We kill him
or
now.
at least uncomfortable.
Shoot
It's almost
him.
like when you have some spot that is kind of sore, and you're trying to move so that you don't irritate that.
Mhm.
Are you fine, Mr. Warden? You look quite hurt. Or something. I don't know.
About to get beaten.
Does it matter?
Just looking out for my warden, you know.
I am fine.
If you need someone to talk to, you know. Can just throw my reserves.
I think I will find someone to talk to if I want to.
Great.
So, it's your leave today if you want it.
Yes,
River.
where do you go? Where is your
It's
live?
up to you.
I want to take a bath, clean the river.
How long is the river from here?
Depends how much energy you have to walk quickly.
I can walk quick.
Yeah, let's take the river.
See you later, Dara.
You can probably get there in half an hour, 45 minutes maybe. Remember, you have 4 hours of leave total.
Nice.
Okay, so he takes you to the river. Since there are now only 3 of you total, with him and 2 of you, he walks quite close to you.
Oh, it's.
Just
should we
make
do
sure
this
that he
section?
can basically grab you if you try to run.
I run!
Do you?
No, not yet.
No, you're fucking scared.
He takes you to the river. You are free to take a bath.
I strip my clothes.
I can escape very easily here. But,
It's a big river though. It's at the Red. No,
River Red.
yeah, it would be the Red River. I'm pretty sure. So it's you don't want to go too far out because you might get carried away by the stream.
I think that's the point. He wants to.
Exactly.
But there's I know that you have breathing stuff, but it would still be risky. You could get pulled down and slam your head against a rock or something. Being in the middle of a rushing river is dangerous.
Yeah.
But preferable to the war.
Can't say if that is the case or not.
Mm.
But he basically stays on the shore, just where the water kind of splashes up against the rocks. Come on, I don't have all day.
Yeah, take a bath.
We have 4 hours. Ooh.
Just a little over 3 actually.
Oh, fuck. We have 3 hours.
And you need to be back by then.
We have 2 hours.
So how long do you want to spend taking your bath?
I'm swimming out to the river.
You?
No, not yet.
Literally everything you're saying right now is, I'm doing this, are you? No, not yet.
Oh, I want to do it, but Dara, why is Dara not
That's
here?
why we wait for the 7th day. When Dara is with us. And we do it. No, I just bath for like...
Yep.
What is good? No,
1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay, well, when we're back, you probably have about an hour or so left of your leave.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need to be back in your house.
Can we drink?
Do you have money?
Can we earn money while we are out?
If you want to spend your time begging on the streets, then that's fine by me.
I mean, we can try to get some green.
Or noble gonna beg for money.
No, I'm not gonna beg you. We can find other
Can we
ways.
rob people?
No.
Just great. We'll just. Can we find some better food? Can we find a pig and kill it?
Do you own the pig?
Wild pig.
A deer.
Can we
we
eat
hunt?
bird?
You know these...
That bird. You have a bow?
No.
Oh, rock. I see bird. That's a
Grabs your
Syrian.
arm.
What?
Do you have a hunting permission?
Do you need that here?
He wouldn't ask. If he
Do you need that? Do you need? Why would you need hunting permission for a
Do you
bird?
have one?
Yes. He has one.
I don't know.
Hasn't your dwarven friend in your house told you what he got caught for?
Well,
Yes, he has.
That was like a endangered species.
Exactly. It was
Illegal
special.
hunting.
But that seagull doesn't look very illegal to it.
Look, this part of the country does not have a lot of animals. Look around, it is mostly plains.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to catch a hare. Fine, no one will take you in for that.
But a
if you try
bird-
to hunt something bigger, well, the birds are not to be disturbed.
You can eat birds. They taste.
Kind of like sheep.
You are being given free food. You should be thankful for it.
Can I catch fish?
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try that.
I'm not gonna rescue you if you get swept away by the river.
So
I
you
can-
won't follow us if we...
And if you
Yeah.
try to escape, but if you're getting pulled down and you smash your head
No.
on the rocks,
I would rescue you.
you wouldn't because I would prevent you from going. You're stupid enough to get carried away by the streams, and you're stupid enough to deserve it.
Let's walk back,
Yes.
shall we?
Fine by me.
Great.
I want to spend my free times in the mine.
So you start heading back. You get back to the city. As I said, about an hour left or so.
Mhm.
Maybe a bit more. How much do you want to spend the last remaining time of your leave?
I will walk around.
I want to. Don't you fucking crazy. I want to.
He doesn't really seem to have that much on
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
The keys. Ooh.
I want to find bones. Where is bones? I want bones. Do we have bones?
Why do you want bones?
Make rings. They took my rings.
Because you're not supposed to have possessions.
Well. Good. Well done. Fuck the bones. Let's just walk around the town.
What part of the city? 3 mountains.
East.
Wanna stay close to the mines you're working in?
West.
West.
Very well. So, Mount Kainak it is.
Perfect.
Yes.
Very well. He leads you up the mountain, and you go through these. From what you can see, being a bit further away from the other part, but you've been on around Mount Maeve for quite a while, so you know roughly what that looks like. This seems to be slightly less wealthy than the others, but it's not anywhere near as bad as it is in the lowlands, the place where you live. You walk through this part, and you get to this kind of division of the district, where the houses are much smaller, and you see the people on the streets are halflings, goblins. You even see some small dragon-like people.
Come on.
But we don't know what that is, maybe. I might do.
Yeah, I'd say you know.
History check.
You can roll, but that's low, so probably
Oh,
not.
12.
Thus.
You've heard mention of these people, but they're mostly known as these. They just are little like dragon people in the mountains. That's usually what they're known as.
No. Not canon.
You also see some gnomes. Yeah, you just continue walking. It's a pretty ordinary place. The houses are built into the mountainside. They seem to have, like, the upper levels seem to have kind of some snow protection from whenever snow might come tumbling down the mountainside. Yeah, it's nothing really that catches your attention too much, unless you're looking for something in particular.
I'm looking for a nothing.
So I just walk around, enjoy the free time.
So the hour goes by, or when almost an entire hour has gone by, the warden just kind of looks up at the sky. We need to start heading back.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
Hope you enjoyed your first leave.
Quite.
You better behave if you want another one next week.
Well,
We
first week we
always-
behaved, didn't we? So,
You did.
Perfect.
Your friend did not.
Coworker. Yes. Very bad.
I couldn't care less if you're friends or coworkers or whatever you are.
Yeah, he just.
I call you friends.
No,
You
okay.
will not correct me.
My bad. But it's just.
I told you I don't care.
It goes against my truth, you
I
know.
do not care what your truth is.
Okay,
I could
good.
not care less.
Great.
So, let's get you back to your friend. You return to the house. Dara, do you want to do anything while they're out?
Nah. I don't think I have anything to do.
Yeah.
I watched the paint dry on the wall, even though there is no paint.
Great.
Sure. In that case, it's the end of the week.
So,
What I want you to do is, if you have a strength score that is at least 14 or above, which I know Jaxson has. You don't need to do anything. If you don't, you may make a skill check of your choice to try to circumvent your lack of strength and maximize what you have gained throughout the week. So for instance, if you have good athletics, you can just power through it all and just say that you mine harder or whatever. If you have good nature, you can try to look for good spots, kind of determine geologically where to look. If you have good perception, you can look for exposed veins that
Sleight of hand.
Deception. Fake it till you
you
make
can
it.
use that.
Can you use acrobatics?
No, you could use investigation to find parts of rock that are easier to mine where things are maybe loose.
Why can't I do
You
this?
can use, well, because you already auto succeeded because of your strength. So you just don't need to do it, you skip this stuff.
So I don't get.
If you have good history, you can try to recall knowledge about how mining can be done more efficiently. Sleight of hand can be used to reach parts that would not normally be reachable, kind of navigating around tight spaces better. Or if you have any other ideas, you can present them.
Survive.
So
Fake it till you make
there will
it.
be more rolls.
There will be another roll after this.
How do we do luck?
You can use your luck points. 1 day's luck points are technically 3 rerolls
Exactly. Nice.
for this check. Then the check that comes after is not a d20. It is a d100. And if you succeed on this check, you get to roll it twice and take the higher.
Oh.
Wait.
So
I'm
this
confused.
thing is
You
going
can
to
use
give you a
luck on
bonus
this one.
in the next.
Okay, I can only use luck on this one.
Yeah,
the
because
first.
it has to be on d20. So I guess you're using sleight of hand. Then.
Can
I'm
I?
using perception.
22.
Sure.
I
22.
would like to use deception, but I don't think.
Can I use the
12.
survival to track
You don't need
to
it.
track the iron?
Shut the fuck up.
You don't need anything.
I know.
You auto succeed this stuff. 12.
Yeah.
That's a bit low. So now I want everyone to roll a d100. Dara, you did not quite succeed. The two of you get to roll your d100 twice and take the
Nice.
higher one.
Okay, I will just do this.
Or you can take the lower one as well if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Let's go. What is this?
That's 2.
Yeah, but my first was good. So
Yeah, if the 10 is or the double.
74.
Yeah.
Okay, so
71.
71, 74,
88.
88.
Let's go.
That fucking Nazi.
But
Okay, so 71, 74, and 88. So, basically, having a normal week of mining, you all will automatically extract a minimum of 250 gold worth of minerals. If you roll high or higher, then you will get more additional gold on top of that than if you roll a low number. What you need to kind of stay on track to kind of maintain the exact ratio of like gold per week to pay off your bounty around that the same time where you would finish your sentence anyway, you would need an average of 360 gold per week. So 71 and 74, I believe those are in the same category. You make an additional 130 gold on top of your 250, so that brings you up to 380 gold, plus 20 gold above the average. So 380.
The 2 was very insane.
Yeah, that would have been so bad if I.
But if you all got a
Whoa.
double 0, it
But
would be
maybe,
100.
maybe it's like if you get a super low value, you get like those really weird sapphires.
You lose money.
Storm,
Hmm?
you got an 88.
Yup.
That would be 150 extra gold.
Nice.
So that brings you to 400, which is above 360, or 40 gold above 360.
How much? And I need about
You need a
5,000.
total of 5,000 to be released. So you're almost 10% to your goal. But you all rolled relatively well. Storm wasn't that far away from quite a bump in to the next category.
90 is Gucci stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 in 9 that you, the 1 in 10 that you get that.
Or actually, no, it was quite a bit away from the real good stuff.
95 is probably
Anyway,
the
it
good
doesn't really matter. We'll see next week how much you manage to
I won't do any specific
together.
this week.
If we come to next week, yeah.
Yes.
So, first day of the next week.
Mhm.
As you're kind of going about your work, as usual, about halfway through the day, about like maybe 20 minutes after your first break, you're digging there and you hear this deep rumbling from within the mountain. Just for a brief minute or so.
What does that mean, dwarf?
That doesn't sound very good. That's what I can tell you.
Ah.
I know what the collapse sounds like when I hear it.
And that was like far away.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Should we leave?
Or
If you want to get your lashes, then go ahead.
Never mind. Then.
Just maybe don't mind quite as hard as always.
A minute or two goes by, and then the warden comes to you and just says, "Everybody come with me. Be careful." And he kind of leads you out the way you came, and you see the tunnel right next to yours has collapsed, and you see half a body sticking out, kind of as if this person tried to escape, and the ceiling caved in on top of him.
What
just like
race?
the torso, human.
That's destiny.
And the arms are just kind of like stretched out. It's almost like he lived for a short while after he was completely
Jesus.
crushed and just tried to like crawl away because his fingernails are all like bloody and from like scraping the ground. Just blood coming out of the mouth and everything.
Too bad it wasn't the warden. Too bad.
Wow.
You
Do
don't
you say
say that, I hope.
I
Too
don't say
bad
that.
it wasn't the warden.
Too bad it wasn't the warden. What?
He takes you all the way out of the mines, or out of this part of the mines. So, I'm sure you saw on the way out, there was an accident right next to your tunnel.
Destiny.
Call it what you will. Either way, we're going to relocate you to a new part of the mines.
That was quite a shield for.
Not too far away. Just on the other side. That part is going to be closed from
This-
now.
Everyone, the whole group, I assume.
Your group, yes.
Okay. Let's go.
He basically just points you in through another tunnel. I mean, it's nearby. It's just not quite that division where you get to continue going about your day. As you get towards the end of the day and you have your second break and all, you manage to overhear some conversations, and you find out that all the miners of that group were killed.
Yes.
It was about 9 or 10 of them. They were completely crushed by a cave-in.
That could have been us.
Should I fast forward?
I am okay with it.
Short.
Yeah, at this point I'm going to go with the 3 days.
So, on the 5th day of the week, around lunchtime, the warden comes up to you, Dara.
Before like this happens,
Yeah.
I just can ask her, can you check the warden if you can wait and have the 3 day with us so we are all free with each other?
Yeah, I actually was considering.
Yeah,
having
good. Yeah, I just ask you and see.
I'll see
Mhm.
when he comes around.
So he comes up to you. Dara,
Yes.
7 days have gone by since your last punishment. Would you like to request your leave?
Can I request the leave at the same time when everyone else is requesting their leave?
Everyone else, the group is spread out throughout the week.
Okay, with my co-workers, friends, or whatever you want to call them.
Yes, you may.
Very well, then I
Don't
will,
go on and get punished again.
of course. I won't mind.
In that case, the day goes by.
7th day.
No, the 6th day.
Oh,
Just,
We get killed.
I
Okay,
want to do the roll again.
what the fuck?
Damn it, you're not supposed to enjoy it!
Yeah.
You are asleep, and in the morning, you're all kind of woken up by some sound, a voice you're not quite familiar with.
Curse.
It is the voice of God.
Yeah.
A young girl.
Yes.
This kind of smooth, soft voice.
Yes.
Yes.
You all kind of wake up. Your eyes are a bit like muddled from having just awoken, and you look around and you see Jez in the middle of the room, sitting there repeatedly mumbling the same thing over and over again. And she says, "When that above becomes what is below, the skies shall weep a hail of grey. Those who dare step forth shall save themselves and live a time in darkness." She just repeats that over and over and over again. You see the others in the group have all kind of gathered there.
Yes.
Well, there's another prophecy for you.
Is this normal?
It's happened.
And she says the same thing at all?
Well, last time she was talking about something else. Then, I'm going to put it like this. I believe in our prophecies because last time something quite terrible happened not
Right.
long after.
What did she say? Yeah, out of character.
This time?
Hmm?
When that above becomes what is below, the skies shall weep a hail of grey. Those who dare step forth shall save themselves and live a time in darkness.
Fuck, it's gonna collapse.
What happened last time, dwarf?
What did she say last time?
Well, I can't remember, but she was talking about fire and all, and then there was an explosion that went wrong and all. Well, that was kind of how the people you replaced got,
How long was the destiny and the happening?
Well, she said that I think like the first day that when she came here, and then a few days later, maybe
We have a
3
few days
4
on.
days. Time is quite fluid when you are in the mines for this long, you know. So
So she's saying you can save yourself, but time in darkness, that doesn't sound too good.
true. That doesn't really sound well. I mean,
Some people can see that.
true. I mean, it's not that bad that we spend our entire days down there anyway. So in the caves, the mines, tunnels. What do I know? Maybe step forwards and don't get killed by a rock, but get
Yeah, probably
locked inside. What do I know? I'm just a lowly dwarf.
I'm gonna go check the
Let's
roof to
hope
make sure it doesn't
destiny's on our
collapse.
side.
I mean, you're still in the house at this point, so
I'm gonna look at the roof. Does the roof looks
the
insane?
beams look fine. I mean, it looks like any peasant's house.
Great.
Great.
I reckon we have about another hour or so until the warden comes. So I might want to catch some more sleep before then. She'll probably stop sooner or later. Just try to ignore it.
Wait 4 hours.
Eventually,
It's always
the chanting ceases, and you can all go back to sleep.
Perfect. Goes to sleep at least.
The next day, day 7 of the week. You now spend 2 full weeks here in Today. It is also the day that you can all request your leave.
Lovely.
Warden comes up to you. So, the week is gone.
Let's leave.
No, you still have your shift to take care of.
Fuck.
Let's do the shift.
We request our leave after.
Great.
As do I.
That's
I assume. Well, thank you. I assume that. Great. Very informative. Alright, well, food break is over. Get back in there. Come on. Got to work extra hard today.
Then what?
Storm almost.
By the end of the day, as you wrap up your shift, time to roll again.
Lovely.
Do you want to make the same skill checks, or would you like to try
Yerp.
something else?
I do the
I
same.
suppose I can't fake it till you make it.
Deception doesn't really work because you still need to hand in your
Arcana.
stuff. How would you like to use Arcana?
Something magical down here.
Well, you tell me if you have a way that you would like to use it. That's what I'm asking.
Well, I would need like 2 more levels for like a detect magic or shit like that. So I suppose it's still going to go with the 13 perception check, I suppose.
Okay, roll your perception.
Oh wait, can I insight the walls?
Oh, there's good. I rolled 3 times. I can roll
I
4
think you
times.
make another roll.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice.
No, I want to intimidate the walls.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's quite gonna work.
Performance.
You can try for sure. That won't be good.
A performance.
you know you shouldn't
Look,
waste
you can
all
try
your,
whatever you want. I'm not gonna stop
But
you.
it's
I'm
from
just
one of the
telling
days.
you.
No,
So it
It might not work as
today.
well.
oh,
Okay, I perception checked it again because that's the highest stat, which doesn't like
No.
charisma. All right, 21.
Well, 21. Okay, this time you succeed. You do not. So, 2 rolls each for each of you. 1 for Storm. Jaxson can start with his rolls because he's been going for a while. Oh, I already see it.
93.
Wow. That certainly stops it up. Wait, 93.
Oh, I was too away from him.
Yeah, you're like in the max price range there.
I think 95
Oh,
is
yeah,
where you
fuck.
get good.
Come on, give me some good.
65.
65.
Which I will never
Oh.
get out with the gold.
Oh, I
either
thought
way,
it was
so.
94 for this.
Yeah, it would have been nice. 49.
Bruh.
49.
Yeah, 44 was the other one.
49, 93, and 60.
I was 12 was my other.
Okay. Dara,
I meant shit less.
you got 49.
It was this.
That
Meaning all the 4 rolls trash.
RNG's
If you
works
get-
mysterious ways.
What if you like got really, really low and you get disadvantage? So you get under you get
you find 90 gold in addition to your
Close it.
basic
Danke, sure.
250, so you fall 20 gold short of the average this time.
It evens out because I
So
was
340.
20 goals before.
Yeah, you're on track to get enough money to release yourself in 7.5 years.
Woohoo!
Jaxson, you got a 93, meaning that you get another 150 gold.
Whoa. Trash.
I mean, it's
Let's go!
so that would be how much?
Well, you're at
It's about
least still on
400
track.
total, I think.
I also try.
So how
Uh,
much bonus do I get? How much above average am I now?
You would be about 60 gold above average.
Woo!
Storm, you got 65. That is 110, meaning that it is the exact average that you need, so you get 360 this time. And that wraps up your second week of work. Now for your leave. What would you like to request, or where would you like to request the warden to take you?
Home.
That's a good next question. Where the fuck you go if not the river?
Can we
Yeah, the
see
river
the
is
scientist and see what he's up to?
You wish to visit Stanislav's Kistenbaum,
Do we really?
the overseer.
Sure.
You want to see what he's up to? Fun.
Oh! I cannot promise you that he will let you in,
Mhm.
but I can take you to him.
Well, if he doesn't, then I suppose we go to the river.
Yeah.
He just kind of shakes his head as he starts making his way down the road.
It was destiny that we should walk to him.
You actually walk down to the lowlands, not too far away from where you live.
Oh.
It's more in the outskirts, closer to the actual city. There's a bigger kind of 3-story house rather than the small kind of cottage style single floor houses that you live in. The other slave workers basically live in. It looks nice, but it's quite a simple style. Has a bit of a wall surrounding it so that it's guarded from, random intruders and whatnot. Has a smaller wing on the northern side of it. And the warden basically goes up. There's this little bell that he just rings. You see after a while how half the door opens, just the lower half. And you see Kestenbaum coming out there.
Aye, what can I do for you, Warden?
These ones are on leave and requested to see you.
Oh, would you look at that? The new blood. You're still alive.
Indeed.
You know, I got the reports earlier in the week that some people had died. Wasn't sure if it was you. All right. Well,
It was our neighbors.
right. Warden, help me open the upper part of the door.
He just kind of stretches in on the inside and just does something so that the door opens and the 3 of you can come inside. You come into this kind of hallway with like some stairs that go up. And there's like there's some nice like decorations, quite strange art. The art is kind of like mechanical. It almost looks like he himself has made these kind of paintings. They're not paintings, they're more like framed cogs and strange things like that. You also see like this this kind of display case. There are like 3 smaller cases along this kind of hallway. And in each one there's like a different rock or gemstone. None of them which is blue with a smoky effect on the inside that is glowing.
Was it one of these the thief tried to steal?
No. These are just part of my geology collection. No, the real thing would be something he tried to steal from my laboratory.
And this is not the... You don't have the laboratory here.
Oh no, it's in the northern wing.
Okay.
It's a lovely collection.
So, what did you want to ask me about or talk about?
Is there any specific gemstones or something we should be looking for except the blue?
Sapphires in general are very valuable. they are kind of the trademark of Bluedale. Very particular. It is more clear than regular sapphires that may be found in other places across the Dome world. And, Bluedale has quite an abundance of sapphires. The city has been the main exporter of the gemstone since, basically since the Titans fell.
How much would one of those be worth? The
What?
Bluedale.
How much would one of those blue
A
days?
Bluedale sapphire, not just a regular sapphire from Bluedale.
Yeah.
There's a difference. On
Bluedale.
Bluedale sapphire, well, it really depends on if you can find a good seller or
The
a buyer.
king in the kings.
Well, it's the king's. That one is royal status automatically.
Okay, if I own the kings, but it's not royal.
Yeah, it sucks.
It really depends on what
These
buyers are in the market. Well, Bluedale sapphires are not really. They don't vary a lot in size.
Let's
We've
go.
only ever found them in roughly
A
the
normal
same size.
sapphire this
No,
size.
okay, estimate. Does it cost what, 10,000 or above?
About
He
For
said
sure.
you would go
20,000.
a regular. I'll put it like this: a regular sapphire from Bluedale, probably about this size. He wouldn't do this. He would do like more
Yeah.
than this because he's a gnome. But for your
Mhm.
for your sake, a typically gem-shaped sapphire about this big. 1,000 gold for that. The bigger it is, it kind of increases exponentially, because it's rare to find bigger.
So this, how much?
800,000 maybe. But as I said, the gemstone market is a lot about finding a buyer as well. Not everybody can afford it, of course. Maybe you could trade an entire castle for something like that.
How was we came here with the carriage, and there was a big thing that with the crystals in him that attack.
He was a throw.
Right.
How is them created, or how are
We
they?
call them the mutated ones. They live in the caves and the nearby areas on the mountains, and quite frankly, it is one of my main research subjects right now. I am trying to figure out more about those crystals and their properties. See, they are very similar to the Bluedale sapphires, but there is something that differs. Bluedale sapphires have never been found to grant magical properties to whoever holds them. But these crystals, they have a different structure, and they seem to have magical effects on the creature.
But when it died, it didn't give any
It
magic.
shattered. It shatters when the creature that has been impaled by them dies.
You have to be impaled of it. and
Well,
then-
I don't know, but they look impaled by them. The thing is that the crystals kind of merge with their bodies. It's not that there's a gory.
So you
wound.
don't want to get the powers.
I didn't say that. I'm looking to investigate how they work.
So when you find one, you will impale someone with it.
What are you talking about right now?
The crystals.
But
That give powers.
what if we haven't found any of them?
But the trolls are impaled by them.
Aye?
But they explode upon.
As soon as the creature dies, the crystal explodes.
So if you impale it in me, I gain powers.
Well, how would
If
I
die,
impale it to you? Well, how would I put one in you?
If I find one, get impaled.
Well, how would you find one?
I
We've
don't
only ever found them in the creatures.
Look, Star. If by any chance you would find it, even though it's highly unlikely,
It would be this.
you would probably be something like
The
those
troll.
things. Yeah, probably.
Mm.
I feel like it's. I don't know. Probably.
I will point out that I'm the leading expert in this field, and I haven't been able to find that much yet. But I'm working on it, and I'm making progress. That is all I can tell you. I do not want any information getting out to my rivals.
What's the rarest stone in your collection?
It would be the three that are on display here.
Which one?
Deception.
You mean
The inside.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually good.
Ah, you see that? You see.
Oh! 24.
12.
Okay. Storm, you definitely get the sense that he's hiding something. I would be black one. The black one in the middle.
Inside. 11.
I don't think you can do it like that either way.
You just incited him once.
He's lying again. So it's not.
Yeah, it's not the most valuable one in his collection, but
Oh.
it might as well be one of the other two. You don't know
How
that.
much are they worth?
I mean, it's
What would you sell them for?
I wouldn't sell them.
If you had to, if you go broke.
No, I'm not a. I wouldn't go broke. I would just continue researching and make more money. It's not that difficult. When you're
Exactly.
brilliant as myself. No, I don't know. 3,000 gold.
Inside.
Why would
21.
It doesn't really seem sure about it.
Okay. I don't know, he maybe thinks that we are going to steal them.
But I'm not really in the trade of gemstones. I acquire what I want to study, and I get rid of what I'm not interested in. I have no interest in rubies, for instance, or diamonds, the most boring stone of them all. It's been so terribly over-researched, it's absolutely insane. Sapphires are more special because they're very popular, but not as researched.
Tiger eye.
Storm.
A very common stone.
Emeralds.
Emeralds are on the same level as sapphires, but I don't really have the same access to them.
Mhm.
I should point out that rubies are incredibly similar in their structure to sapphires. They're both different types of corundum, although sapphires are potentially deviating due to their nature here in Bluedale, at least. And that is why I have acquired a taste for them.
Citrine gemstone.
Why not just ask for rubies?
What price category is it in?
Jag vet.
Why not just ask for like rubies or something else?
You
Like
just mentioned
jade
rubies,
or
Yeah. I'm not that stupid, okay?
It's like, rubies don't interest me, but what about rubies, though?
jade.
Bruh. I'll get the
No, don't.
Amethyst.
He doesn't. Amethyst.
It's
Amethyst.
pretty low value comparatively.
Amethyst.
Amethyst, not amethyst. They're pink.
This is citrine gemstone.
Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. I'm not a geologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyrim
Stanislaus
doesn't
can
help
stand
that
on
much.
Well, if I can find an amethyst on a dead wolf, then that wouldn't be very rare.
Lapis lazuli.
Would
Yeah,
you
it's,
just
it's,
shut up for a
actually,
second?
it's actually really nice though. I want a lapis lazuli. Give me a lapis lazuli.
Now, where is the table? Isn't it before magic items? No, it's after maybe. No? I know it. Oh, here we go. What were you asking for?
Um,
Did you say citrine?
citrine, yes.
Right, it's one of the lesser gemstones. It's not quite as low as the tiger eye that was asked about, but
Morganite.
what?
Morganite.
Listen to them.
How do you spell that?
Morg. Anita.
It's probably not in the book.
May I ask why Jaxson knows so much about
Yeah, I
Random.
know. What the fuck?
gemstones?
For spells.
Bruh, the only one we need for spells is giants.
Okay. He is
And maybe
he's
rubies.
fascinated by gemstones.
Weird flex.
Okay,
I can't even find it.
A moonstone.
Oh, Moonstone, yeah, it's about the same as a citrine.
Okay. Well, that was everything I wanted to know. Give me
Great.
all your money.
The warden is still here. And you don't have your pickaxes.
I take warden's sword. Give me all your money.
He still has a whip.
You take the whip.
Yeah, it's probably Death's weapon.
So, anything else I can interest you in?
But nobody knows where the trolls come from.
Oh, from the mines, from the mountains.
So it just shows up.
Is it only trolls that come out?
No, it's various creatures. We've observed all
Can't we
kinds
just
of things.
like talk to them?
Yeah, peace, you know.
No, we killed them.
Well,
Everyone's just quiet.
I
What
think-
have you tried to talk to a troll?
well, if
No?
No.
First time I'm
Well,
saw
an ogre. We did try it with an
Yes.
ogre.
Yeah, I've seen it all in the
use
face.
spells,
Second time I've seen one.
yeah, you
But-
can use spells.
Well, we
to
did
make
try
them
talking
happy.
with the ogre, but I don't think that one counts.
Spells are a bit different on these trolls.
Mm.
There is something about the crystals that I'm researching that seems to have an effect on magic.
Go live in the caves. Like, throw a bunch of babies into the caves and see if they get the crystals after a while.
That's a bad research idea, if I say so myself.
An interesting prospect, but I don't believe I will have that greenlit.
Teenagers.
In general, the Earl of the city doesn't like when I propose human research.
They do that literally with us. So why even?
Well,
I mean, they can't leave the caves.
it's more of an isolation type of thing if we were to bury them with some supply of food.
Okay.
Maybe, who knows, we haven't seen a human emerge yet, but maybe some lost souls, like a trapped by some cave-in, are still in there and
Let's
be
just try.
treated.
We should chat for a bit, and thank you for your time, dear. His name.
Scientist.
Stanislaus.
Overseer Kestenbaum, but you may call me Stanislaus.
Thank you
I
for your
don't
time,
mind the first names.
Stanislaus.
Stanislaus,
Laus.
right? Thank you, Peter.
You're very.
Well, if you ever want to come back and have more conversations about various gemstones, just feel free to come back, and I will gladly continue our discussions
Of course.
where they left off. Is everything going well in the mines, by the way? Just want to make sure.
Except that the people died.
Oh yeah, well that's just a trifle.
Yeah,
Don't mind that.
decent for me. Decent for Dara. Decent for Jaxson.
Well, I heard that you were moved temporarily to a new part of the caves, which I have now signed off on that you're supposed to stay there and continue working there. It's a new part, so we're hoping that that one is more stable than the last. We had 4 cave-ins in the last one after all, so it's probably for the better.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
We've only detected one weakness in the parts that you're in right now.
What weakness?
Oh, structural weakness that might result in a cave-in, but I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Which group has that? Kevin?
I don't know. It's just the main frame, you know, and the main tunneling.
Even better.
But it's just a minor weakness. Usually that doesn't result in a cave-in in at least the first month or 2.
Mhm.
So you'll probably be dead by then. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, maybe not.
Thank you for everything.
Right. Of course.
Do you have time for the river, Warden?
If you hurry,
Let's go!
then I will leave
Do I see a feather on the way?
We escape. Nice.
the perception check.
We run so fast so we can't keep up with.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's getting brighter outside since we're getting later into the spring.
6.
Which
Sorry, buddy, no.
is it? A
Because I
third?
rolled a nat 1.
It's a third month, right?
It is.
I need to get out before.
Spring's growth.
I need to get out before next month because I can't be in prison when I
Happy birthday.
have birthday.
Yeah,
Let me
because
see,
someone
okay, so
will
it will be.
celebrate your birthday.
Then it will be the 28th of spring's growth.
I am screwed.
When is your
10th of 4.
Yeah, less than a week and a half.
great?
Okay, let's find the blue, the sapphire.
Alright, so you are taken to the river.
I bet.
Do you do anything? Or do you just bathe and then.
Does it look like the river has calmed
Is
down?
there
I mean, it's never calm. The Red River is a river, the biggest river, or one of the 2 biggest rivers on the continent.
I build a boat.
But can't I juke the thing by being underwater?
I mean, do you know how a river works?
But if I'm so far down, like at the bottom, I can like.
Well, the thing is, as soon as you start descending, you'll probably get ripped down to the bottom and.
But no,
smashed
on
against
the
the
other
rocks.
side. So here is
So you
nothing,
go.
and then here, bop, 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 bop. So I do. Fuck you, Warden.
Can we build a boat?
Are you crazy?
Do you want to do it when he looks at you?
I'm not sure where I wrote down numbers, but I wrote down how many miles per hour the water travels at
But
the river, and it's
here.
quite
But not
fast.
here.
What is here but not here?
Down at the bottom, I can like.
The water still travels there.
It's still
I
straight.
can keep my. I can keep.
Well,
my,
if you even make it down to the bottom without getting
Simon, do you know how
away
strong
and
a stream
slammed.
is?
No.
It's really strong.
like a relatively small
Okay,
river
would
can kill you.
Storm think that he could do this? He knows a lot of.
Yeah, that's the
things.
thing. That's why I'm telling you all this.
Good.
But you would probably reckon that you're pretty doomed if you try to actually.
I mean,
swim
you have to be an
across
expert
or-
swimmer even to even consider it.
Which Storm kind of is, but
Yeah.
it's like the Red River is quite strong. That's the thing. Like it is a fast-flowing, strong river, and you would need like a river boat for that.
Do it.
We build one.
What's down the river? What do you see down the
there's no-
river?
Trees.
A mountain passage. There are mountains on both sides of the. I'm pretty sure that the river, if you cross it, you leave Bellerin. I'm pretty sure that it leaves. It's an. Let me bring out the map.
Yeah,
here.
but I don't cross it. What is on the sides? Like
to the left,
further
to the
down
right.
Well, the direction's flowing. It's flowing towards a mountain passage.
Mhm.
Like there are mountains on both sides, and you know that on the northern side is Laronia, and on the southern side is Bellerin.
Because on the sides there isn't flowing. They aren't flowing. That it's there where we.
What do you mean,
are
right at
bathing.
the riverbank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a riverbank. Until you get further into the mountain passage, then the walls seem to get steeper, and it's just like mountain sides leading directly into almost like a big canyon. But that's not until like a few miles down the stream. Because right now, on the opposite side, like on the northern side of the river, you have mountains already that are quite steep. But on this side of the river, you still have a few more miles before the mountains really start to delete any form of a riverbank. Because, like, you know, the river flows in between a bunch of mountains.
Yeah.
And this is like, if you continue down the river, you'll eventually get to Thromera even.
Nice.
It's just like, I mean, I think you could float. If you manage to float down the river for an entire day, you'll probably get to Thromera.
Let's go.
I think we
Assuming
could.
that you don't int after like
Ah.
4 minutes.
But I mean, look, if the river is here, where are we? Where are we bathing?
Right by the edge on the southern side of it.
Exactly. So we say here,
Sure.
and then further down here,
hmm
it's mountain back.
No, that's still the river bank. On the opposite side, though, you have mountains.
Okay. What
So
is-
it would be it would be difficult to climb up on the other
But
side.
if I follow the river bank, where do I end up?
At the mountains when they start on this side as well. But that's not until a few miles down the river.
Great. And on the side, it's like wild trees or fucking whatever.
Basically just plains. It's like a big beach, but like a rocky beach.
Nice.
So there isn't really anywhere to hide if that's what you're looking for. It's like a very
Except the mountains.
yeah, but also then you would have to climb through mountain passages and whatnot. So this is like a difficult place to escape that.
So,
Especially since the river just flows into a very long mountain passage where there's basically no way of getting out.
Plus, even if a storm makes it over, we are not going to make it over.
Right. Which, like,
Ivan, bathing.
technically speaking, if you manage to cross the river and climb up on the other side, you'd be in Laronia, meaning that Laronian law applies. But that requires you actually making it across and actually managing to
So then he can take me.
legally, no.
Let's
But
go!
that also means you would have to climb, like, completely wet. You would have to climb up a plain mountainside.
No, what you do is just dry your hands off at the tree or the grass.
Yeah, but when you cross, you'll come directly towards
Smash into the rock.
the like mountains.
Oh, but then when you swim, you have hands up in the
Pittance.
Okay, done taking bath.
yeah. So
Are you gonna try to do anything
No.
shady?
I want to find a glower.
So
yeah.
you're taken back
Mm.
to your
A
house.
cup of water.
The warden just kind of throws you into your house and
Throws us in.
well
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
ushers you in and then locks you up.
It takes storm.
You see the others sitting in there, kind of about ready to go to bed. Bree kind of turns to all of you and says,
So how was the bath?
That's right.
I think you have better hygiene than most of us, to be honest. I haven't been to the river in, well, since I came here.
What are you doing on your free time then?
Well, I like to, I spend some time begging, and then I head to the tavern and I drink.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea.
They have some pretty affordable prices at the Float Sapphire Inn, so I
Nice.
usually go there and I have an ale or two, and then the warden comes and drags me back.
So is it with you?
Oh yeah, he takes another table next to mine so that I had a little bit of space.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, you know,
Has the prophecy happened yet?
I haven't heard anything, any grim news yet, anyway.
Great.
Who knows, might happen to us next week.
Let's go.
No,
It
Yes.
didn't rhyme. It probably doesn't.
Let's start a new week.
let's fast forward until
Alright.
something happens.
What the fuck?
Poachy.
2 days later, caving.
So, in the morning on the second day of the week, you are about to head off to the mines. Breed is kind of talking to you a little bit and just sort of like,
Would you look at this? The sky is so perfectly clear and blue and beautiful.
I think it's
So
happening
nothing
today.
grey. What? Why? Wouldn't the
The
didn't the
prophecy.
prophecy would
Well,
said
the
that it would be
The
grey?
sky turns gray.
Yeah, well, the
But we
sky
can't see
becomes
that either way because we're
brown or
inside the
something,
mine.
And in the ground there's sapphires. So it's happening today, guys. We're going to die.
Why would you believe some random girl's prophecies?
I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen today. It's destiny.
I'm just going to make it through the day because I have something very special planned.
Oh, what's
It's my leave today, so
Thinking.
I want to do something a little bit special today.
Oh, what are you going to do today?
I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Great.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, we go
I'm
down
always
to
looking
mines.
forward to the second day of the week.
Because that's his sleep day.
It is
We have the 7.
right.
Oh, so you got whipped?
Hmm?
Oh, did you get whipped?
First day I came here, I did get a bit of a whipping, but
And
since
why?
then I stayed out of trouble. Well, I don't know. I did some just a bit of a troublemaker, you know.
What
May
did-
or may not have tried to steal the warden's food.
But I can stand by that.
Yes, and apparently killing us back with a spell is enough to get beaten up.
Well, magic isn't really appreciated around here. Sorry for what happened to you.
Like, okay, so would they beat me up if I made my pickaxe
Yes,
like lightning and stuff?
Yes,
yes.
magic.
No.
You could always ask the warden, but I wouldn't try anything if I were you. Not without asking anyway. It's a good first step to making sure that you make it out alive.
Mm-hmm.
Mine.
9.
Right.
3, 9, 9.
So the day goes by. You hear Bree is unusually happy, just whistling the entire day. The warden occasionally tells him to keep
Shut the
his
fuck up.
mouth shut and not whistle, but it's not punishable. So
We're gonna whistle like
you hear him just say like, I'm just very happy, warden. It's my day where I get to take my leave after all.
famous last words.
So the day goes by. You all come back home.
Oh, we survived.
It's like that whole this is my last day of the job.
Bree goes away on his leave. You return to your home, and you spend the rest of the evening there.
Okay, I'm just trying to wait for you to get out because I don't see how you will get out. Then Dara could probably fix it herself how to get out, and I fix myself out. Yep.
Where should I be waiting on you?
Well, no,
We don't have any
Vanderthal.
We don't have any fucking money. How are we supposed to get to Vanderthal? We don't have any work.
We walk.
Here. How are we?
How long is it?
Long.
I mean, it's like 10 days of walking.
Yeah.
Because
So-
basically, like, you move with a carriage, and it's not really faster. It's just like you can. It's a bit faster because you can travel longer every day, but
Let's just do this. I will stay
it's
in
about 10
town,
days.
and on your leave days or what it's called, you come to me and talk. And we do have like coded words for when you're going to escape.
Something like that, sure.
You know, speak mentally.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. So, nothing else that you want to do?
During that day, no?
No.
Okay. So the day goes by.
I should probably take a life insurance.
The next morning, when you all wake up, it's awfully quiet in the house.
I ask the dwarf dude what he did.
You look around and you realize the Bree is not there.
Brig! Where the hell's Brig?
He escaped.
Is anyone there?
Good for
Others are
him!
there. Bree is not there.
He escaped.
And you realize that you never saw him come
Brig.
back.
Brig.
The night
Brig.
before.
Brig, Brig, Brig,
The warden comes to pick you up.
Brig, Brig.
And,
What happened to Bray?
Where's Brig? He was the best one of all the boys. He can't have left us. He cannot.
he
Yeah.
was transferred to another group yesterday.
Why was he that?
A cave-in killed most of another
Okay,
group,
so-
leaving only one of them left.
That's
He
what he
needed
did.
new crewmates. And so Brig was transferred.
Inside
What did you roll?
11.
I too want to eat.
Do you also want to do it?
You know,
I believe it.
we asked him yesterday.
15.
24.
No. He
Try to
was
beat
not.
that.
You both realize that there is something fishy about this.
Why are you lying? Where is
He
Brig?
takes a step forward. just
You
kind of
should
puts
not
his
have
hand on
said
the
that.
wall.
Oh! Is that against
Do
the
you
law?
accuse me of a
No,
lying?
he does not do that.
I don't.
We are just a
It's
bit
big
up.
words for him. He does.
I do not. Excuse me for my.
Forgive
Are
me.
you going to be a good miner now?
Yes, I will.
What does a good miner do?
Mine.
And what does he not do?
Mine. Oh.
He doesn't question the warden.
Yes. He mind his own business.
I have a question. What did he do yesterday on his leave? Because he told us that he was going to tell us because it was something special. We're just a bit upset that we didn't get to know.
He went to the tavern.
He said he wasn't going to the tavern.
Yes. He said he would do something else.
Or something else, yeah.
Well, guess what? He didn't.
Well,
You
that's-
are. Yes.
Do you say
No, I do not.
12.
That's sad.
Yeah, but this is obviously a lie, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a lie.
I mean, this guy is kind of like a terrible liar. Which I knew that based on his charisma, that is about as good as a wet cardboard box. But
Yeah, I feel like it was a given when I rolled a 24.
yeah, you with your 12 still realize that he isn't telling the truth.
Huh?
Was the sky grey yesterday?
No, this guy was very nice.
But
I enjoyed myself outside quite a bit. Now, can you get a move on? We don't have all day.
Okay.
Mine all day.
My.
I speak to the others in the group and ask if they know.
Who would you like to talk to? Vlad, Abja,
Abja!
or you could try to talk to
Screw.
Jazz, but
Abja!
Screw left.
Abja, what happened to Brig? Destiny?
best.
Where is he?
I do not know. I am not all seen. But I feel like he probably fulfilled his destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least part of it.
Do you think he escaped?
I do not believe he is mining right now.
Yeah, that at least we can agree on.
Mm-hmm.
He's either alive and away or dead. But he could still be dead. Although the warden wouldn't lie about it. You know, why would he lie about someone escaping or? Okay, maybe the escaping
Okay.
part.
Yes.
All I can say is I do not believe that he was chosen.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Because that you get in your mind. Don't you?
Yes. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
He was not a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
No, he was the only one we liked.
What?
No, we like it.
We're standing talking to a guy and being like, darn it, this other guy was the only one we liked.
We like you as well.
Yeah.
Or at least.
I don't know if he did, but we
We're
like.
upset about this loss.
What? You're not talking for us.
I am upset about his loss then.
Destiny.
If it makes it any better, I don't really like these two either.
That you stay with him.
Yes.
There's destiny.
Yes, but everyone has some influence over their own destiny, albeit usually not too much.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently not
That's
me.
why you left her.
That's why you left your wife.
He's like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna mind the shit out of this place.
I don't know.
You're gonna mine their heads.
Yeah.
I rage
I'm
mine.
gonna mind your move.
So, do you want to do anything more?
Yes, talk to yes.
Was the prophecy yesterday? Yes? Yes. Brig. Where's Brig? What happened to Brig?
It's so difficult to just
Christopher.
She
Okay.
just has this dead look,
Great. Fucking I leave and keep mine.
right?
As soon as you leave. Your props.
Give me a perception check, actually.
Luck.
Sure.
15.
15?
Yep.
She opens her mouth as if to say something, but you notice that she doesn't have a tongue. She should not be able to speak at all.
You have no tongue. What the fuck? Who cut that shit?
You know, sign language.
Weird. But when you talked yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday.
I
it
feel
was,
like that was actually the most storm I've ever seen.
It was like
Oh,
3
wait,
days
wait,
ago.
wait, wait.
It's been like 3 days since she spoke.
Ask if it's something about thoughts.
Weird. On my mind.
So,
Don't mind me.
nothing else happens this week.
Wow.
So, unless you want to do anything before you get your leave, it is time to roll right now.
I got a special idea. Since apparently those weird crystal things were like perhaps magical in nature,
19.
so I'm gonna see if I can use my arcana to see like magical resonance or like some trace of them or something.
That's interesting, sure.
Because I'm making an assumption that they are
I
magical
use
in
this
nature.
for once.
They're filled with powers.
I use this for once as well. That might be a bad idea, but you know.
I do time
Okay,
travel.
roll your arcana.
13.
13.
I
You
guess
don't succeed. It's difficult. Like, you're looking and you're trying to find traces of whatever could be considered magical. The sound recording.
Oh my god!
It's interesting. Yeah, just roll.
19 is
That is enough for 2. Okay, Jaxson, you can start since you've done it for longest.
Whoa!
99.
99!
Oh my god!
It's now you get it.
That's very good. It's not 100.
No.
You got a 7?
Ew. I'm sorry with me.
No, that's
actually
20.
Other way around.
Oh,
Huh?
no, mind.
No, it's 30. And,
No,
23.
Oh, is it that? Or
It's
is it?
because the
Oh, yeah.
double digit one is the 0. Like the 0 is 0.
mm-hmm.
And then the other one, 10.
Oh, it adds.
So you add it together and then it becomes 20 and plus 10. 73.
What?
73.
It's my
Hey!
99.
It's my lucky number.
Well,
Destiny!
8 shouldn't be your lucky number today.
Yeah.
Is it because your birthday is on May?
Yeah. 8 minutes over.
Wow.
8 in the morning.
Did I just dox you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of 8s on that day.
Yeah. Okay, so with an 8.
You get
Do you get minus?
Yes.
No, it's not that bad. Like you get 30 extra.
What?
In addition to the 250, so you get 280 instead
Oh, when
out
it's
of
on the
360.
average.
Yay, I'm minus.
Yeah, it's the second week in a row that you're above the average needed to buy yourself free on the day of your release. So
Yeah, I'm probably gonna
this is
escape.
not going very well.
Yeah, I don't want to wait 7.5 years.
Storm, you got a 73, correct?
Yep.
73, that is 130 extra.
nice.
So you get
Please get out of
380.
prison.
So you're above average this week. Jaxson, you are mining, and suddenly you see this blue gemstone. It doesn't glow or swirl with a mist-like substance in the middle, but it is a sapphire.
A big one.
of a quite substantial size. This is worth about 500 gold.
Nice.
In 1 week, you earned 10% extra towards, like 10% of your total bounty, just in extra money. Of course, you still get the 250 standard, so 750 gold for you this week.
Wow.
You are doing very well economically. I'll put it like that.
How much do I? It was 3.5 months. So
It is 1,530 gold, I think, is what you're at right now. In 3 weeks,
Wow.
which is quite good.
You might actually make it.
Yeah, I mean, continue like this, and you're definitely gonna make it out earlier than the 3.5 months.
I guess that's what happens when you have 16 strength.
Yeah, I will say you can attempt to smuggle things from one person to another, so like you could technically boost each other's wealth.
they won't get out with money.
Well, it would be more if they wanted to funnel money into you.
Does Lev
Oh,
get a lot?
dumbass.
Oh
Does-
right, they can fund the money to me.
Does
But there's a
Lev,
risk because
is
you're
Lev a
not
good
committed.
miner?
No, it's not
Is
permitted.
Lev a good miner?
No.
Yeah, then we're not gonna see
He's barely applying himself. He's basically getting below average numbers every week,
it.
from as far as you can tell.
Then it's no matter. I don't want to steal from that guy. I want to steal from someone who's good. Jaxson.
No.
I would say that both Brieg was pretty good. He
He's a
got above
dwarf.
average numbers every week, more or less. I mean, Abja is surprisingly good.
Yeah, but I don't
He
want
has
to
been
steal.
there for a
I
while.
don't.
Sure, but he's also in his mid-60s.
I want to steal from someone who deserves it. That's why I'm asking about Lev.
Yeah, and he is pretty horrible at it anyway.
Yeah, I suppose he's a horrible person and a horrible miner.
Okay, nice. So, you get your lead. Do you have any plans, or is it just the regular go to the river and then stroll around a bit?
I don't have anything special to do.
I really need that bird feather.
Yeah,
What-
fucking river.
What day is it now?
Well, it would be the 7th day of the 3rd week.
No, I mean the date.
Well, it would be like the 7th of, yeah, you have 3 days until your birthday.
We're gonna escape.
Yeah, we have to escape before.
Well, look at it on the bright side. You'll spend one birthday here. These two will spend several. Depending on, of course,
Yeah,
what
mhm.
happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna charge up for that bird feather.
But yeah, it is now the 7th. So, do you want to do anything in particular on the week?
River.
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 River is a good one. Hold on, it's gonna need some
Is
charging.
it bright
Oh,
outside?
you're charging for the bird feather.
Yeah, I've failed so many times when
I mean, yeah, it's only getting brighter as well because you're getting further along in
Oh, yeah,
spring.
right.
You're now in the last month of spring.
It will only charge
It'll be
once.
summer soon.
Oh wait, brighter.
Fuck you. Well, the thing is, you're getting close to summer, and you know summer in northern countries means sun, basically,
Yeah.
day and night.
Screw you. You know what? Maybe I should just ask someone else looking for those bird feathers. Hey.
Yeah, probably. Dude.
8. Yeah, there's you don't even see any birds this time. Okay, so you go to the river, you wash yourselves, and then you return to your house.
I would like to draw myself, please. No.
Well, feel free to. Dara just goes up to the side, kneels down, and just puts her face in the water. Just sits there until she starts passing out, and then just stops moving. No, that we won't do that.
Yeah. That's dark, but not dark enough.
Okay, so week 4 rolls around. On the 3rd day,
My birthday.
it is the 10th of spring's root? No, flower's root, sorry.
Mhm.
Does Jaxson even say that it's his birthday?
It's mine, but
I was gonna have you roll for it if you didn't remember it yourself, but you did remember it, so yeah. You wake up in the morning, and the first thing you think is just like, back to work, and then you realize, right, today is the day that you turn 23. It's like, darn it! But also, yay, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good thing he never told any one of us his birthday.
I didn't as well.
I thought you had a long conversation about your birthday.
No.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
had.
Did we?
But I won't remember probably.
Because it was like semi-in-game, semi-out of game, because Storm said something like, I missed my birthday, guys!
Yeah, it was in game. Yeah.
Oh, if that's the case,
I
I'm
don't
gonna-
remember.
I'm gonna catch the nicest spider I find and I'm gonna give it to him as a birthday.
You don't
present.
know it's my birthday because I
You-
didn't say it's my birthday.
No, but we had the
Yeah.
talk.
He's a good friend that
But
remembers
you
your
need to
birthday.
remember.
No, a nat one probably doesn't.
Doesn't catch the spider with.
No, I mean.
Nah, then I'm
Not
just gonna
supposed
be
to.
mean and catch a spider and throw it at him.
Dara, you wake up from your meditation, just feeling this spider crawling on your face, and you just grab it and you throw it away, and it just lands on Jaxson. And you see him still sleeping and like snoring. It just
Happy birthday, dude!
he just instinctively swallows it and keeps sleeping without noticing anything.
Oh my god!
I
It's a
mean,
pretty big spider as well, like this big, basically.
it tastes better than the food. Probably.
It's extra protein, I suppose.
For the games. What?
See, a perfect
If
birthday.
she survives like 7 years, she should get like 10 in strength.
Dara comes out multi-classing barbarian with a +5 mod to her strength.
Yes, Dara becomes the new narrative with boosted strength.
Yep, checks out. Anyway, eventually you all wake up and it's time to get to the mines. Jaxson, I guess you don't mention anything about your birthday.
No.
Just silently
I
celebrate
am-
yourself.
I'm extra happy today.
He's gonna say happy birthday in mine.
So as you are kind of just going about your day, mining, the warden kind of assigned some special tasks to your group today. The three of you are told to just continue doing your regular mining, whereas Lev and Jez have to do some tunnel closing because there's
This
this.
is trash. A
Hmm.
mine.
Trash. You haven't even found a sapphire.
Well, they are given a small amount of powder in a keg that they are supposed to plant according to instructions
Oh.
and then detonate
Oh fuck.
to
Okay,
tear
so
down or intentionally collapse a weak tunnel.
that will go bad, and we will get collapsed.
Wait. Didn't the prophecy say something like the sky would turn grey and
From us.
You want to do an intelligence check to remember it?
yeah, I want to remember it. It was 2 weeks
was,
ago, man. 2 weeks.
Like when the
Make
sky
the history check then.
becomes the ground, blah 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 blah.
Natural 20.
What?
You remember word for word.
23 in total.
When that above becomes what is below, the skies shall weep a hail of grey. Those who dare step forth shall save themselves and live a time of darkness.
We're gonna die.
That's on my birthday as well. What the fuck?
On my birthday!
Oh, it's your birthday.
Yeah, we just mine. I
Oh yeah,
guess.
right.
Don't suspect the shit.
Well, I suppose we're gonna sing happy birthday then.
Birth.
Birth.
Birthday.
Your birthday?
Megabeth.
Like
Make it
Christopher sent his gangster from day one. What the fuck is that hair color?
What?
Okay, interesting.
Looks like
Is that
man.
I don't know if that's me.
But
Oh, that's me. Yeah, because I have glasses. He doesn't. I'm done. What the
Scrub.
fuck?
What
I'm
happened?
never gonna
to
be
you?
able to see you the same way again.
You were such a badass, but now.
Okay,
You see
well.
that shit, dude?
As you're kind of mining,
This is Christopher! Holy shit, so
Is he a
scary.
vampire?
Yeah! This was a
Oh.
Halloween costume. Jesus.
we'll continue studying that after the
Afterwards.
session. I think.
Because
we'll
that's
be there.
hilarious and we're gonna bully him for it.
So
Yes, bullying in our skin.
you, as I said, you're going about your daily mining, whereas Lev and Jess are kind of half cluelessly trying to plant these explosives in the tunnel that is just next to the place where you are. You hear a sound. You can make perception checks if you wanna.
Is it still not enough?
We'll see. Just roll it.
When I threw them, I got a 100.
Man, I get a lot of
Oh,
math
it's
ones
on the
today.
day.
15
Oh, I
or
will take the 4.
14.
I will take the 4 because I accidentally wrote 2.
I mean, what I always do is I pick a standard die.
Yeah, that is what.
I always have like my
Oh.
first set, my second set.
Well, it's
and
my
then-
passive, so
Yeah.
Well, thank God I have a passive perception of 14 because I got a nat 1.
Well, I got my
There's a 14.
14 on the road, 15 here.
11.
So 15, 14, 11. You with a 14 and a 15, you hear something. You can determine that it comes from the tunnel that is about to get close.
It's a monster.
You notice that
Oh no.
both Jez and Lev seem to kind of be a bit confused and almost backing off a bit.
Hold on, the prophecy said go forward.
Let's go.
You have a moment of just kind of where you stop working and just look at each other, and then you hear a sound again.
Should we go?
Storm, you can just barely tell that this sounds almost like a growling noise of an animal or something similar to it.
That sounds like growling, lads.
Should we
you
help
just
Ward?
close that thing?
Warden?
The warden is nowhere to be seen.
Wait, why is he never around when we need him?
Should we go when
He just
try-
left like a few minutes before.
the kid collapses.
It's from the thing that they're gonna close.
Yeah.
Wait, should we go to them and tell them to fucking close it now, or
They should probably hear it from there. That
You see
it's
Lev
growling.
is kind of like backing off and
let
it's like,
fucking blow the shit up?
well, we're not done.
Do it anyways.
But you do it then!
No, because it's your assignment.
We don't know how to handle that.
As he stretches out his arm with the
So
keg,
become a pie.
you see a shape emerging from this tunnel.
Behind you.
He looks over it, and you see this big creature, probably 8 feet tall.
What the?
White fur, a kind of human-like shape, just
Fuck, not on my birthday. I cut myself.
With what?
and
With the
you see
pickaxe.
blue crystals
Oh.
protruding
Oh,
from the creature's back.
Well, I cut myself before initiative.
Explode,
explode.
With the pickaxe.
You know what? I think this is a good time to end today's session.
What?
We've been playing for
Oh, damn.
1.5
Okay, the
hours.
tiredness. Well,
Let's put it up
No,
next week.
rip.
And also, hopefully, because I need you to help me change my nozzle. I tried the printer and it's still screwing up.
No.
Well, sometime. Because then I can
Do you have a
print.
new one? What?
Well, no, yeah, I have more nozzles.
Okay.
I just thought that it might work and it's just the build plate that is screwed up. But I tried printing in another part of the plate, and it shows the same symptoms of a clogged nozzle as always.
Mm-hmm.
So if you help me doing that, we can do it now, like right away. But yeah, then I can hopefully print a miniature for this.
Nice.
Because I can actually show you. This is like one of the last prints I had to do, and it screwed up. But I printed a troll with gemstones.
His face.
Well, the face is kind of ugly, but
Yeah.
Troll stars of
but the print failed like twice. Because this is the first one, like all the crystals just like fell out, so now it looks
What?
super gross.
He looks fucking. Oh my god! Can you even look at that?
Man, it
It's
looks
disgusting.
Man,
Because I just got tired and just ripped out all the rest of the crystals. The plate is kind of like also supposed to have.
okay, this thing is just
crystals.
pure nightmare for you. We're
Yeah.
gonna keep this one.
Yeah.
If you want to take it and paint it, and go on. And
Dude, I'm gonna make
Yeah.
something that would make your
Face
skin,
looks
skin
like
crawl.
it's rotting.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I could make your skin crawl with my neck.
We can do that.
I mean, do your worst with it. Go on. I'm not planning on using it for anything anyway. But that was meant to be if you actually had the encounter with the trolls. Or with a troll, sorry.
I'm gonna take these. Oh wait, are these supposed to be on this guy?
I think so. Or maybe that's for the other one. I have more crystals over here. Those. Paint them all blue if you want to.
Yay!
Doesn't really matter. Like both of those miniatures are basically throwaways, right? I can still save this one if I just make a new plate for it. But like,
I'm gonna try to see if I can find some inspiration.
you do whatever you want to do with that. That's another like trypophobic looking
Yeah.
or trypophobia inducing thing.
Yep. Next one shot.
Next
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I mean, I've been writing some Cthulhu-inspired things for school, so kind of in the mood for some Cthulhu stuff.
I mean, I've always wanted to try it, but these guys don't want it.
What? I have never said anything about that.
Okay, Simon has said a lot
I
of
don't know if I really want to play a new system, but like
it. It sounds like it.
thing is
Yeah.
would be cool. Anyway, that's a topic for another day.
Yes, we need to stop ignoring the weirds.
Yeah, let's wrap up this week's stream here, and we will see what happens next week.
Yes.
Will we kill that thing or will we die? My bet is on die.
Well, you're not super well equipped.
No.
I have a pickaxe.
Pickaxe, no armor.
The
I've
only,
got-
like, it only really works properly for Jaxson, though, because Storm doesn't really like strength-based weapons.
Oh, it's the
And I
pickaxe.
pick
Oh.
myself in the foot.
He doesn't get stealth.
Yeah, sneak attack doesn't work with
You need to
strength-based
have
weapons,
finesse.
that's right.
On your weapon.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Does sneak attack work with
You
a
test.
stone?
No.
Find a good enough stone.
Great.
Maybe.
So
Well,
have
if it's
to be
sharp
finesse.
enough.
So
Yeah,
we
it
have-
does,
so we have a-
but if you find, like, basically a dagger stone,
So
then
we have a
sure.
rogue who can't do sneak attack, a bloodhunter without armor, and a warlock who has 4 spells she can use.
Well, all around, I'd say that Jackson is quite well off considering the circumstances. He has a
Yeah.
weapon that suits him relatively well.
Yep.
The armor, sure, that's a blow to the power level, but I mean, hey,
Could be worse.
still works. You have a relatively high constitution, so or decent at least. But yeah, until next week, when we will see what happens next in this mining
Adventure.
campaign.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Yay.
Peace out.
Good.